Welcome back, everyone, to Quest Center. Today, we're going to talk about Spider-Man 2. We finally beat the game, and yeah, we're excited to talk about that. Before that, we have, I guess, two big news to talk about. I don't know if there's anything else, the ones that we mentioned, but the big one is a Legend of Zelda live-action movie is being worked, or is on the works, basically. And then I guess the other news is that they're putting a Last of Us 2 remastered or something. And
yeah, that actually got announced today on 11/17. I was at work and I just checked Twitter, and then I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, really? Like, a remastered?
Yeah.
Like, it just came out.
I know, right? This says out too. I thought that too. I was like, man, I feel like I just got that game, you know? But I mean,
yeah.
I know we talked about it too and all that, but like, it feels like it's still brand new.
Oh my goodness. What happened?
Is that your dogs or?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me see what's going on. I know my wife left real fast with their sister. They shut up. We're good.
Okay.
That was random. I saw.
Yeah, I never heard them bark like that before.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah, so it got announced while I was at work. I was on Twitter, and I was like, it had leaked, and they announced it maybe 10 minutes later. And I was like, I guess. I was like, whatever. And then I just saw that a $10 upgrade, if you had purchased the game before. And I was like, might as well. But then what did caught my eye, it did say lost levels. So I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's levels that they, I guess, scrapped from the story, and then they're gonna throw them in there. So I'm interested in that. I could care less about everything else. I was like, I don't care, because it's graphics enhanced. And I was like, it looked good already.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? It's like, come on. But I mean, I'll get it. I mean, it's $10 for me, so just because I did purchase the game, so
yeah,
can't wait. Well, I can actually, but
yeah, yeah. I mean, I already played it, and I got other games to play, so that's enough for me, sadly. But that's fine. But yeah, but the other big piece of news is that Nintendo did announce they're going to work on a live action Legend of Zelda movie with Sony, which they're not, mind you, they're not affiliated.
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, no, for one thing, Sony is not affiliated with Universal, so I don't know why they weren't working with them with this one, especially since they have a Nintendo Land with them. So I don't know. I found that weird.
Yeah. And I thought it was weird too, but it's why live action?
That's the other thing too.
I feel like it would have been way better if it was like the Mario movie, just computer animated. I don't know, man. Just once they announced live action with Sony, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
With Sony? Come on. I feel maybe just because it is Nintendo and Sony, they're both Japanese, maybe that's why, but I don't know, man. Just I don't know. Just Sony, just live action. From what I've seen with the Spider-Man movies, Venom, even their CGI, it doesn't even look that good. So
yeah. And the guy who produced the guy who produced those movies is the one working on this, producing this movie. So it's wait, hold on. I lost your audio. I can't hear you.
There we go.
Okay. What'd you say?
Oh, I'm saying I don't know, just think, But then again, I did have my doubts with Illumination with the Mario movie.
So
it's I don't know. Maybe they're just maybe they just have Sony to kind of like help them make the movie and distribute it, and Nintendo's like the one overseeing everything. So I'm not sure.
Miyamoto is overseeing
He's
it.
working on it too,
He's
right?
working with
Yeah.
he's working on it with the director. That director, I only know one movie he's made. There's one movie he made that's coming out. Maybe I think it was next year. Did you see the trailer for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes?
I did.
Yeah. So the director of that movie is making the Legend of Zelda movie. So we'll see how that one goes, and maybe we can get some kind of idea as to like what he can do with the Legend of Zelda. So that's one movie to keep an eye on. He also did work on the Maze Runner movies, which I only saw the first one.
I've only saw the first one, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, I did like it. So
Then I remember. Yeah, I only saw it once.
Like, yeah, okay, cool. That's the thing though too. It's like I only saw it once. I only saw the first one. Didn't care for the others. So
yeah,
we'll see. Mm-hmm. Someone did say that maybe they chose him specifically because he's the kind of director that just like does whatever the studio says, and so maybe he'll just do whatever Miyamoto says. I mean, I don't know. It's as far as we're seeing it's not looking so great right now. But the only good side of it is that Miyamoto is working on it.
True. Yeah, and in this case, it's like I said, it's like when they did announce the Mario movie, and it was like, oh, we're working with Universal and like Illumination. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like the fucking, I mean, everyone said like the fucking Minions people.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fucking good. It was so awesome. Mm-hmm. Honestly.
Yeah.
Now my question is, you think they're gonna get Chris Pratt to play Link? Since dude, I guess he's on everything now apparently.
I know, right? Dude, he's fucking playing Garfield.
I saw that. I was like, okay.
I don't like that. I saw the trailer for it, and I mean, we thought his voice wasn't going to fit with Mario, but we barely heard it in the trailers. And then when we heard it in the movies, like it was pretty good. It was pretty good. But this one though, he does talk a lot in the trailers, and to me, his voice does not fit Garfield at all. So that was weird. Anyway, I know people were joking about that. Some people were joking Anya Taylor-Joy to play Zelda because she already played Peach. That was funny. And then some people were like, Tom Holland.
Oh my gosh. No, fuck that.
I know,
I'm turning too.
Yeah, I don't know who should play Link. I mean, they should really take a chance and get someone new.
It depends as well as like who's like, what kind of story they're going to be telling. Is it going to be like an adult Link? Or are they going to try doing like Ocarina? Get like a young Link for most of the movie, and like he just time travels into the future or something, or like what's like the whole, like what are they going to do? That's what I'm wondering, because like Legend of Zelda games aren't short. I mean, you can beat them pretty easily, but it's going to be like more than 3-4 hours,
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what the story is going to be.
That's the thing, though. You can't just choose one game. Like, let's say if they were going to like recreate a game, you can't just choose one and kind of like try to make like a trilogy of it. Like, you really need maybe at least two, and try to make a story. Don't do Ocarina of Time and then Majora's Mask. Like, don't do that.
Yeah. No, or I feel like they're gonna go in the I haven't seen it yet, but I know the Uncharted movie kind of gets like segments of the different games put in one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's how they're gonna do it. Maybe that's why they chose Sony, because Sony did it. I mean, it wasn't bad from what I've heard, but it wasn't like great, So
yeah, no, there were some problems with the Uncharted movie for sure, but I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted more. I want to see more of it, especially because of Tom Holland. Like, I want to see what he could do, like in a different kind of movie. But also, I think that's the best thing to go. Especially because all the Zelda games, they don't fit in with each other. I know people, there's like that timeline thing and all that, but like they really don't fit to each other story wise. At least it's just kind of like, here's this.
Yeah, like the only ones that do are pretty much just the only ones that really do are like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. But then when you're playing it, it's like they don't really mention like the previous games. I feel like the only one that actually does. I mean, I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm assuming that brings up a bunch of like what happened in the first game, right? In Breath of the Wild.
Mm, does it bring up the first game? Not really, honestly. Actually,
You tell me. I don't know.
I mean, not really. Especially, I mean, that's actually one of my biggest complaints in Tears of the Kingdom is that Link goes back to some certain parts of the world,
Hmm.
and they just don't mention of what happened before. They're just kind of like, "Oh, hey, you mind helping me with this?" And but they're not like, "Oh, hey, Link," or anything like that. They never do that, and so it just never really felt like a direct sequel to it. Almost, it was weird. So, but no, yeah, like I said, they don't fit in with each other, so it's best to just kind of grab elements from it and try to make like, dude, you can make like 6 or 7 movies with this and all
That's why
that.
I thought it was gonna be better if it was animated because I don't want to see the character getting older. Because I mean, it takes what maybe 3-4 years to like actually make a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Sequels especially, unless they're like really popular. Like if we're gonna be milking, that we're gonna be making like the part 2 and part 3 at the same time. That
Mm.
way, there's not like that much of a gap or some shit like that. But I don't know. I feel like animated would have been way better. And then I don't know. I don't know.
No, yeah,
I don't know at this
no,
point.
animated. You could have make it go on forever. You could have like, I think with animated, you could have just recreated the games and try to like make them fit into each other. Like just start off with
Hmm.
Ocarina of Time and do that story, and then maybe like in the middle of it, every other Zelda game, and then end it with Majora's Mask or something. Like that would have been cool. And then
Hold on, I'm looking. I'm looking up something real fast.
hmm,
Or like, why didn't they partner with Warner Brothers? Like they did Detective Pikachu as well.
that's true, huh? Honestly though,
Yeah.
okay, here's the thing though. Warner Brothers is pissing me off right now because I don't know if you heard of
No.
what David Zaslav, who's like in charge of Warner Brothers, did.
Hmm.
He James Gunn produced a Looney Tunes movie. It was Wile E. Coyote versus Acme, and the story is Wile E. Coyote is suing Acme because all the things that
For
he's
all the
gotten.
shit that happened. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
because like
sounds
he's
funny.
gotten their products to try to get the Roadrunner, but it's always failed. It's always blown up in his face. It's so like, dude, that concept is hilarious. And you know what he did? The movie is done. Like it was filmed, it's done, it's ready to
Did they
go.
cancel it?
They canceled it. He did it.
That's what
He
it was. Okay.
he he canceled it as a tax write off. And now people are like,
That that makes sense because I saw something like that on Twitter's. Like, oh, like they're just gonna film it and like do everything and then just cancel it for a text write off. And I didn't get it. I was like, what the hell is going on?
mm-hmm. No, yeah, but like
What?
it also starred John Cena on it too, and it's kind
I'm
of like
looking at it right now. Will Ford as the Coyote. Who's that?
Will Forte. You mean? Or,
Yeah, my bad.
I don't know what he was. I don't know. I didn't know he was gonna be the coyote, but
Yeah, he plays the Coyote. John Cena as Acme CEO.
that's funny.
Lana Condor. Who's that?
No idea.
San Diego Comic. Whatever.
Yeah,
That sounds fucking. That sounds fucking hilarious.
dude, right?
Yeah.
It's and for some reason, Zaslav saw it. He literally saw the movie and was like, "Nah, it's not gonna make anything," which is like fucking dumb. And now, apparently, someone, um, I can't remember. I can't. Don't I know I talked about it in Red Spotlight, but I just can't remember the whole story of it all. But someone
Hmm.
was like, someone in Congress or something like wants to look into the Zaslav thing because it's like you can't just make an entire movie and then make a tax write off of it. That's like,
Yeah, like how would that be a tax write off? Like it doesn't make sense. Like you spent the money to do this, but how are you gonna do a tax write off? Like it just doesn't make sense.
yeah, he did. Yeah, the congressperson saying that was like, that's literally you buying like insurance and then just
Mm.
and then trying to get the insurance money. Like buying insurance for a house, destroying the house, and just trying to get the insurance money. That's basically
Mm-hmm.
what he did. It's and then because of that and because of the backlash people are complaining, now he can't put it out now, so he's trying to get some other studios to try to get it to buy it and then put it out, which is even dumber because it's just gonna make even more money now because of what he did and what we know. We're all gonna
Mm-hmm.
want to see it now because of like, why the fuck did you cancel this in the first place, my guy? So it's insane. So that's why I don't want Warner Brothers to make this, just because I don't trust Zaslav at all. So
I also watch it.
yeah, I would have watched it too, but
I'll pirate it so they don't get the money.
yeah.
Mm. And I'll just send you like I'll call you or record it, like call you through a FaceTime. Be like, here, you want to watch it with me? Huh? It's not gonna make. It doesn't matter. They're still gonna make the money back.
I know.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
I'll probably still go watch it in theaters either way too, just because I love the theater. So, but yeah.
Oh no.
Have you thought of like casting at all for some of this? I really like some of the fan casting for Ganondorf. Some people said Dave Bautista, which is I think that's really good.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and then John Bernthal, he played the Punisher.
And which one in the
Daredevil?
the show?
Yeah, Daredevil and
okay,
the Netflix shows.
That's who? Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that. And then who was it? David Harbour. He was in the Stranger Things show. The sheriff, him as Ganondorf, and then Idris Elba as Ganondorf. Those were some of the most fan cast.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, those
Idris would be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I just looked up Legend of Zelda fan casting movie. Tom Holland. I was like, dude, stop.
I know. You can.
What I would love for this movie to have is like not like A-listers, like actors, but like just upcoming actors of anything, or someone that's good and they know they're good, but they're not like they haven't reached that fame yet or some shit like that. But that's just my case. But I mean, at this point, might as well just have fucking, I don't know, man, Jennifer Aniston as Zelda or some shit, and just get everyone. Brad Pitt.
The only one that I was like, ooh, that's really out of the box for Zelda is Hunter Schafer. She was in it's the HBO show Euphoria.
I've never seen it.
Okay, I have. She's really good in it. She's a pretty good actress, and so that's why I was kind of like, oh, okay, that's kind of out of the box. I like it because my obvious one is McKenna Grace. She's a really young actress who's been in like everything in some of the movies.
Oh, is it she plays. Oh my gosh, what's her name? Captain Marvel, right?
Yeah, she plays
as a young girl.
Yeah,
dude, I love her. Have you seen? I know this isn't about video games. Oh my god, this movie! Like, I was on the fucking. This is before my daughter, because I'm all sensitive and shit like that. Have you seen The Gift with her and
Chris Evans?
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking good, and like it hit me so hard because like, that's his niece, and I have nieces too, and I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna cry.
No, yeah.
She's so good, and it's so funny because like Susan, my wife, she was like, oh, she plays like a bunch of like different people, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And then once like I looked her up, I was like, dude, she's like in a lot of shit. And like now, like I looked her up, and I was like, what happened to the little girl? Like she's all old now.
I know, right?
I was like, what the fuck? But she's really good. Yeah, she's cool.
No, yeah, she's absolutely amazing, and I mean, I feel like she's kind of like the obvious one to choose, especially because like she's so young. She can really play this for a long time, and I think she's kind of a nerd. So I don't know if she's into Legend of Zelda, but like she seems like the nerdy type. What was my other one? Oh, Emma Myers. She was in the Netflix show Wednesday. She played Enid. Yeah, so her. Her for sure, she is a bit of a nerd, and she was a blonde. She has blue eyes. I think she'll work as Zelda. And so I think she can play Zelda too. Who did I see for Beetle? I saw someone for Beetle, but I couldn't remember.
Fucking Beetle.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
I forgot about him.
It's the obscure characters though. That's gonna be interesting to cast. Oh my gosh! For what? the one of the key. You seen Key and Peele, right?
Like the show?
Yeah, the tall one, the bald one, Key and Peele.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's a
I can never tell the two apart. I always forget.
Key. That's Key.
Is it?
Yeah, because Jordan's the one that's making the movies.
Okay.
Jordan Peele's yeah. So it's Keegan.
Okay,
Yeah.
Keegan could definitely play Beetle, dude. Holy shit.
It's so funny. Do you remember Tingle?
Tingle. Oh yeah.
Danny DeVito, bro.
He could definitely do it for sure.
Or Danny DeVito is just like, I love Danny DeVito.
Mm.
So if they cast Danny DeVito to play all the roles, I'm so down for it.
Remember,
probably my favorite movie.
Remember when people wanted him to voice Pikachu in Detective Pikachu?
Dude, that would have been fucking hilarious.
Dude, he would have killed it.
Yeah. Oh, he's old, man.
I know. I gotta look up more. Let's look up more Zelda characters. Sorry for the clicks, people. It's super loud.
It just depends on what kind of movie they're making. That's right, because you know how like they have like their individual.
No, yeah. There's some specific. There's some characters specifically for one game, but
Fucking Beetle. This is fucking funny, man.
Dude, Tingle. Happy Mask Salesman. Honestly, Happy Mask Salesman should just be a cameo by Miyamoto, and that's it.
Oh, that'd be so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, the Deco Tree. I mean, I feel like he comes out a lot, right?
Yeah, he's for sure a big character, but who would voice him is the thing.
Morgan Freeman.
Honestly, yeah. I mean,
oh no, what's his name? Oh, I love his voice. What's his name? From Planet Earth.
Oh, I don't know.
David Attenborough.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Planet Earth, like the British one, like the voice actor?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've never seen it, but
you never seen Planet Earth?
Nah,
dude, it's so. They just made Planet Earth Part 3. Dude, it's so fucking good, man. Like, just, I love it.
Okay, here's the one thing about this movie though. They can make so many references though, and it's like so many of them could just go past my head. I wonder.
Same here.
Ooh, they get the scientist person. I wonder who could play her in Breath of the Wild. You know, the scientist lady.
Oh yeah.
She'll be all grown up. Oh wait, who would play Impa? That's one thing.
Excuse me. Does she come out in Breath of the Wild? Or is it just?
She does, but she's that very very old lady.
Oh, that's right. In the village, right?
I think honestly. Oh man, what's her name? Gosh darn it! I can't believe I'm forgetting this name. Oof. I think maybe Chloe Bennett could probably play her. She's in Agents of Shield. That could work. My first thought also was let's see. This person came out in The Good Place. Jamila Jamil. I don't know. I don't think she does action stuff though. Well, actually, I mean, she was in She-Hulk, so, but it wasn't a lot of action.
I don't know. It's funny because like the other day, I don't know what happened, but like on Twitter, like I just saw like a thing for She-Hulk. Like it was like they were comparing like scenes for like She-Hulk and like a different show, and then like it was like, oh, it was like Loki. It was like Loki Part 1, right? And like they show like they referenced Loki Part 1, and then like versus. And then it's just like She-Hulk like twerking. And I was just like, I forgot that happened.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the show, but I was like, really? Like, why would you put that on there? Like,
I know.
What was the point of it?
I didn't like that scene either. It was just It was weird. Yeah.
I do have one more piece of news.
Okay. Oh shit!
Yeah, I got the portal.
Dude, that looks really nice. Actually, oh my god.
Oh no, yeah, it looks nice. So I got it on launch day, right? So on the 15th, so Wednesday. I worked, clocked out, and then like I worked from home, so I got out of the room and I was like, oh yeah, I got the portal, and I was taking care of Zelda, waiting for her to take a nap, or maybe she's gonna like watch her for a bit. Setting up the portal at the same time. I'm like, yeah, and I finally get to try it, and I'm like over here with the room. This shit fucking sucks because the input lag is like really bad. Well, the input lag is not too bad, but like it just just depending on the connection that you have, it's really bad.
Oh.
So I was like, fuck, this shit's fucking horrible. I mean, like to me it was free because my brothers paid for it for my birthday, And so I was like, awesome, And then the next day I was like, I'm gonna try this because I'm over here in the farthest room from the house where the router's at. And I was like, I'm gonna try it closer to the router. Bro, it's just fucking good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, that was my problem. But yeah, I love it. I haven't actually played on it. I played on it just a little bit, but like it's like testing. But I'm gonna be using it for like RPGs and all that, like Sea of Stars. Like I really want to play that on there, and it looks really fucking good, dude. It looks so nice.
Okay, so you're for sure gonna start playing Sea of Stars?
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought about wanting to play it, start playing it this weekend, and then start Arkham Knight on the weekday.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I want to see how far I can go with Sea of Stars at least, and then I'll definitely film, or record myself playing it. So we'll see when that comes out. I probably won't release that until after the Arkham Knight one, at least.
No, that's
so
funny.
We'll see. I will see how it goes.
Well, if anything, like we could just do like a review of it.
Yeah,
if we ever get to finish it. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm stuck on Alan Wake right now. So.
Oh, you're playing Alan Wake?
Yeah, dude, it's interesting. Like I thought it was really boring at the beginning, but like now I'm like fucking hooked on it.
Okay.
And it's like
you're playing the first one, right? Or...
Yeah, the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really want to play the second one because I heard that one's really fucking good. Yeah, I was saying to Susan, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go play for a bit because I want to finish, because it goes, I guess, chapters. Like I want to finish chapter 3, and that was like 2 nights in a row, and I'm like, dude, this fucking long ass fucking chapter, bro. I was like, what the fuck happened? But I'm enjoying it, honestly. It's like scary, but not scary, honestly. But I got fucking freaked the fuck out once because something happened and a chair made me lose damage. Like it hit me or something.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't supposed to. So like it was like a glitch. Fucking jumped out of the chair. What the fuck was that? And I was just like, oh, that was an accident. Okay, cool. I was like, oh shit. It just scared the fuck out of me because it was all quiet. That's right. But it's really good. I'm enjoying it, honestly. If you have the time, I feel like you should play it. But I mean, if you have the time.
Yeah. No, I mean, we'll see once I finish both Sea of Stars and Arkham Knight. But hopefully by then you'll be done with it. And if you're like, let's talk about this, then I'll for sure try to get it. And then if you really like it, then try to play Alan Wake 2, and then I'll try to catch up with you at some point or something. Because people, I guess that's another piece of news that we should have talked about is Game Awards. People already like...
Oh, the nominations.
Yeah, I think Best Game of the Year is already nominated. Alan Wake 2 is one of them. Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Wonder, and I can't remember the fourth game. Let's see what.
It was Alan Wake 2, Mario Wonder, Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3, Resident Evil 4, Spider-Man 2. Was that it? Oh yeah, it's only 6 of them. Nintendo and Sony and Baldur's Gate 3.
I mean, I've only played 2 of those games.
I've only played 1. Well, I played Resident Evil 4, but like the original. I never played the remake, but I heard it was really good. So I mean, whatever. I feel like Tears of the Kingdom is gonna win it, and people are gonna be upset that Alan Wake 2 or Baldur's Gate 3 didn't win.
Some people are saying Baldur's Gate 3 should win it. Like at least objectively speaking, like it was they're saying that it is one of the better games, but some people think Spider-Man 2 or Tears of the Kingdom might win just because fans.
Yeah. From what I've seen, Baldur's Gate 3 is like fucking insane, bro. Like, it's fucking the shit that you can do in that fucking game. It's like crazy as fuck. But
I mean, you can fuck a bear, so it is that one, right? Or what am I thinking?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you can fuck a bear. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, I only played two of these. Those Tears of the Kingdom and Spider-Man. From both of them, I would choose Spider-Man. So I'm very.
Yeah.
I found it
I'll pick
interesting.
Spider-Man and I'll pick Spider-Man so I can actually play Alan Wake 2. See how that goes.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually surprised Mario is in it too. Just because, like, I don't know, side scrolling for Game of the Year, a side scrolling game just doesn't seem like interesting to me. So.
True, but I heard it was pretty fun. That's the thing.
No, yeah, I'm sure it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't doubt that it wasn't fun or anything like that, but it's just.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
I don't even know. I don't even know all the categories for Game Awards. Honestly, what is there? Best ongoing games for impact, action game, content creator of the year. That's cool. Best family.
Content creator who's on there?
Iron Mouse, People Make Games, Quackity, Spring, Cipher, PK. I have no idea who these people are.
Let me see. Quackity, People Make Games. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
People Make Games. Who are they?
Best mobile game. Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
What?
Yeah, best mobile game. Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
That's awesome. Best score and music. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Final Fantasy 16, Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate, Hi-Fi Rush, audio director. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry, guys. And then Zelda.
Ooh, for Tears of the Kingdom, the one that they should put is Caldera or something like that. That's the one of the boss fights. Dude, fucking amazing. That's definitely one of my favorite boss fights in a Zelda game, just because of the music. There was one category I was interested in.
Best action game. Let's see. What is it? Ghost Runner 2, Dead Island 2, Armored Core, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2. Ghost Runner 2 might win it, but Armored Core might win it too.
Best family game. Disney Illusion Island is on it. That one I gotta get, and I kind of want to get me.
I thought you guys bought it.
No, we haven't yet. I really should.
Oh, I thought you guys already had it. Yeah. Here we go. Best RPG. Let's see. Hey, Sea of Stars is on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Final Fantasy, okay. Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is gonna win it. Oh, Lies of P is on there.
Lies of P. Oh, okay. I still haven't played it. And I heard some.
Dude, I heard nothing but good shit about that.
Yeah.
Supposedly they're teasing Alice in Wonderland on there. No, not Alice in Wonderland. Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess there's a girl that like walks in and you just see her clean. She's like clicking her, her shoes
heels.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
the heels. Yeah, and I was like, what?
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, now I really gotta play it. God damn it.
Most anticipated game. Let's see.
There's too many.
Like a Dragon, Hades 2. They're making a Hades 2. I don't fucking know that.
Oh.
Final Fantasy is gonna win it on this
Probably.
one.
Yeah.
For anticipated game, but I really want to play fucking Tekken 8, dude. That shit looks so fucking cool.
Best adaptation. Oh, okay. Movie adaptation. Castlevania. Oh my gosh. Well, it's gotta be Last of Us, right? Oh wait, but Super Mario. Ooh,
Or like video game into like movies
movies.
or
Yeah.
TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario, Last of Us. I don't know. I feel like Last of Us is gonna win it, honestly.
I don't know, but Super Mario, like it's Mario, and people like really loved it.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it's Last of Us. That shit was fucking good.
No, yeah, no, I
I
mean,
don't know though.
in terms of
Yeah.
storytelling, like yeah, Last of Us should get it, obviously, especially because of Episode 3. But I mean, it's just Super Mario.
Yeah, episode 3 was like my favorite. Honestly, that's the one that stood out the most.
hmm Also, did you hear? Did you ever hear reviews of Gran Turismo? People were kind of like, it's actually pretty good.
Actually, I all I heard was that it's pretty good. My brother saw it with my dad,
hmm
and my dad for some reason he saw. I guess he like knows one of the actors that came out in it, and he's like, "Oh, it's an action movie." And he came out. And my dad loves action movies. Like if it's not action movie, like he's I don't give a shit about it.
hmm
So then when he came out, I was like, "How was it?" And then my brother Angel, he was like, "It was good. Just, there's no fucking action on it." I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, but yeah, I still need to watch Twisted Metal. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's on Peacock. I mean, I don't have that
Yeah.
at all.
Oh, well, my brother does. I can
Oh, okay. So
log
you can
in with
watch
it.
it
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
No, I've heard it was pretty fun. Honestly, like
Mhm.
everyone that I actually talked to about it, like I haven't really read like online reviews, but there was like, I mean, don't take it seriously. Like, it's really fun to watch. And I was
Mhm.
like, okay. And I'm assuming that's what I wanted to
Mhm.
do.
Best art direction: Liza P, Legend of Zelda, Alan Wake, Super Mario, and Hi-Fi Rush.
This one's best esports coach.
Hmm.
Cool,
What is
I
that?
guess. Esports, bro. I guess the coach of like the team. I don't fucking know.
Best independent
Best
game.
Best esport event. Cool. Independent.
Yeah,
I saw that one. Let's check that out. Let me see. Dredge, Sea of Stars.
Hmm.
I heard that Dive the Diver in that Cocoon game are pretty good,
Oh, okay.
especially Cocoon. But I've also heard that Sea of Stars is like pretty good too.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard of the other two.
I mean, some people thought Sea of Stars should have been Game of the Year when it first came out, but it's not even there. I'm sure it'll win for something else. What was the other one that you saw it on? Best RPG. So, but Baldur's
Yeah, it's
Gate.
on there. Yeah.
Chances are it could probably win independent, and then Baldur's Gate for RPG, and then they'll probably save like Spider-Man or even like Alan Wake for Game of the Year. I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's
I feel like
anything
if
like,
anything. I'm sorry. Go. What happened?
if it's anything like the Oscar, stuff and all that, or what is it, Golden Globes and everything, I can probably see it going that way. Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the show, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, yeah,
Oh.
I was just reading in through. We weren't going in order at all, so I don't know why we were just going different directions and everything. So, yeah, that's all the ones that caught my attention, at least. Okay. Yeah. So then I think we can just get. Do you have any final thoughts?
About what?
Zelda Game Awards. I don't know.
Hopefully. What do you want for a game of the year? I'll ask you this.
Well, yeah, Spider-Man. Like I said, I've only played 2 of those, so Spider-Man for sure.
I don't care who wins on this one. Actually, usually I always have like I want this game to win just because like I actually did play and all that. In this case, I've only played from this list. I've only played Spider-Man, but compared to the other games that's on there, I feel like I don't know. Just whoever wins it, congrats and all that shit. Just having Super Mario Bros. Wonder on there kind of throws it off.
Yeah.
So hopefully that wins it, just because all I've seen from the game is like everyone's having fun with it. So. No, it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see. I would like for Alan Wake 2 to win, just because I've heard, like I said, like a bunch of good shit about it. I want Baldur's Gate to win a lot, just just stupid shit you can do in that game. I mean, you can have sex with a bear.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't do that in real life. So no, I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah, I have nothing else to say. It's, in this case, let's get on to Spider-Man, bro.
Yeah. Oh boy, this one's like kind of exciting just because I feel like we definitely got this one like as soon as it came out, you know, and this is far more for the both of us at least. This was far more anticipated. I would have been more excited in God of War Ragnarok, but like I played that like when it was coming out, so it was it's not the same.
Yeah.
But this one though, we were both very very excited for this game to come out, and yeah. Okay, so well, your review first. Non-spoiler.
Non-spoiler. Let's go. Okay. It's funny though because I at work they gave me a $50 gift card, and it's like, oh, $50 gift card. You can pick what you want to get. You know, like different places, Walmart, Target, whatever. And I just typed in PlayStation. Oh shit, PlayStation gift card? Fuck yeah, let's do it. And I was like, I'll get the fucking $80 one, so I can only spend like $30. And it was like the day of, you know, just upload, you know, put the code in, download, awesome, you know. And the whole day at work, I was just like, hurry the fuck up. And I had told Susan, I was like, look, I know we just have our daughter. You're going to school and you're doing classes. Give me this whole weekend. From Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm playing all fucking day. Like I'm talking about like all day. And she's like, what? Like, yes, that's what I want to do. I have this game coming out. I need to pass it between this fucking weekend because after that, I don't want it to pass the weekend and like I didn't finish the game because, you know, we have a daughter. Like it's not fair for me to like tell you like, hey, take care of the daughter. You know, like take care of her while I'm playing because I feel bad. But I told her I need this just to play this game. And of course, you know, my daughter got on the way, so it took me longer to fucking beat it. But yeah, dude, just playing the beginning, just like I was like, fuck yeah, you know, Peter Parker as a fucking teacher. I was like, oh shit, like I get to see actual Peter Parker, not just like Spider-Man as in like the first game. And then it just goes like, you know, like fuck, like Sandman? Are you fucking kidding me? Like that fucking opener, and that's how I was like, I think I was texting, like, dude, you need to fucking play this game right now. Like it was awesome, dude. Oh, it was so good. And then it's I was enjoying it a lot, and I'll get it more in detail like in a bit, but I liked the first one more. I like the gameplay in this one more than the first one, just because you get, you know, the wingsuits. That shit was fucking awesome, dude. That shit was so cool, and then you have a bigger environment to explore, and that was way fucking better than the first one. But I feel like I like the story more in the first one.
Okay.
I feel like just like the whole Mr. Negative shit, and you know, we're not gonna be jumping around. We're only gonna be doing like spoiler free real quick. It's still up there, and like it's still really good. But in my case, I did enjoy the story wise, like the storyline in the first one more than this one. But still, it was so fucking awesome. Dude.
No, yeah.
It was so good. And then just Craven, dude. Craven was like, ooh, he was fucking cool. And like his fucking theme song, like with the heavy bass on there, that was fucking awesome. And like he was a fucking, like, to me, like, I'll get into it later as well. Like I wanted to see more of Craven. I wanted to see more of him, not just like in the cutscene or whatever. Like, I'll just get into it later when we're doing the spoilers. But that, and then Venom, dude. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that shit was so fucking cool. That was awesome.
Especially when you finally do get him. It's like,
yeah,
big.
That was
turn.
Cool. Yeah. Fuck it. That was cool. And then just the characters, you know, Mary Jane, Peter Parker, and Harry, dude. Like
Harry.
I love the, you know, when Harry would come out, like trying to explain to kids, like, oh, this is where I've been, or like, let's do this, let's help the world. I'm like, yes, like, awesome, you know, like I enjoyed that. That's what I like about Spider-Man. Like, I love seeing him as actually just being human. Like, well, he is human, but like, just Peter Parker. Like I see Spider-Man as like, I see him like Bruce Wayne. You know, like there's Batman and Bruce Wayne. There's two different people on there, like two separate. They're not the same person in my head. You know, like. And like, especially, and the thing is with Spider-Man is this is like an adult, but not really like he's not rich. He doesn't have like the same shit as Spider-Man, but he, this guy is like getting evicted. This guy, he's
Mm-hmm.
getting evicted, and like he needs to figure out some shit. Like he doesn't really have a personal life because of like he wants to. He's Spider-Man. He loves being Spider-Man, but like it does alter with. It does fuck around a lot with his personal life, and that's what I enjoyed about this story as well with Miles, because you're seeing that happening to Miles, where he wants to go. He's trying to go to college, and then what's happening? Like, oh, he needs to write an essay, but I can't write the essay right now because I have to go save New
Mm-hmm.
York City. I have to go help people. I have to go do this as Spider-Man. But at the same time, it's like, dude, like he's not. They don't like. Well, right now, Miles, he's not realizing that's fucking up his future. Like
Yeah.
it's like wanting to be Spider-Man, but in the other end, it's like, how are you gonna? I mean, you're gonna be like a homeless Spider-Man in the future. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you kind of they gotta kind of think about it. But yeah, I mean, that's my initial take on it. I enjoyed it. I love the characters on it. Mary Jane was pretty funny, and I'll get to it later why I think she's funny, because she became a fucking badass out of nowhere.
Dude, oh my gosh, we'll get into that. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. So, okay, so my thoughts, well, before my thoughts, actually, I found it, when we first meet Harry, something about his design, like, bothered me. I was like, why the fuck does this guy look like he could be in One Direction or something? Or, like, just, that was my first thought. Like, he just reminded me of someone from One Direction. But then, like, I found out, though, that the guy playing him, he played Ben 10 when Cartoon Network made the live action movie. So I
I even
mean,
they made a live action.
yeah, no, yeah. I mean, for everyone who doesn't know, Ben 10 was a cartoon show on Cartoon Network. This kid finds a watch, turns into aliens, and all that. And then soon after, for some reason, Cartoon Network started to getting into live action. The first, I think, it might have been the first one, was a live action Ben 10 movie that they made. I loved it at the time. It was great. But then after that, though, there was more live action stuff coming out. It was insane. But the kid who played Ben 10 in the movie is him. And so when I found out, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this guy. He's great. But yeah. Anyway, my thoughts on the game. I loved it too. Um, I think Miles Morales is still my favorite game out of all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really love this one. The combat was really, really great. My one complaint in the beginning, and I said this like maybe 2 or 3 times in the videos, was that I didn't like that you had to fill up the bar in order to heal. I don't know if you remember that. You know how like there's this bar you can like fill up, and
Yeah,
then
because you can use it as a like to heal or to
uh,
use like a finisher, right?
yeah, as a finisher.
Yeah.
And I did not like that. I was like, no, why couldn't we heal? Even because that's because when playing Miles Morales, that like saved me a lot. Even if it was just like
Mm-hmm.
tiny, that healing thing would just like I'll stay in the game longer because of that. But now, and then it sucks too because you get the full bar and you need to heal, but then I'm like, but then I'll do the finisher instead of it, and I'll go, oh fuck, I gotta heal though. God damn it! So I kept forgetting about that. So I definitely had trouble with the combat a little bit more with this one. Mainly, it was just my timing that was fucking horrible. Because you know how you get the option between you either have to dodge when they get the blue light coming out of the enemies, but then if you get the yellow light, you have to uh, counter. Had trouble with that. Fire hazard.
Yeah, I forgot I had a candle on.
Yeah.
I was like, I can turn it off.
Yeah. No, but anyway, no, but you mentioned though too, they really honed in on this story about that Peter needed to decide like what are you going to prioritize now? You know,
Mm-hmm.
like are you going to be Spider-Man or are you going to be Peter Parker? And they really hit you hard with that decision too, because it's like, dude, your Learn More life is about to get great here. Like you really want to like throw it away, you know, or fuck it up in any way. And
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, you mentioned it too. Like you see that with Miles too. He's definitely starting to get those difficult decisions to make between hero life and normal life and all. But what I like about him is that it's still very early on, so he very much just enjoys being Spider-Man. You know, Like obviously he wants to focus on college and stuff because that's just what you do when you're almost done with high school, But I think he just very much likes to be Spider-Man. Kind of wants to be like that. But also, what I like about both of them is that they still made Miles the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and Peter was still New York Spider-Man in that game, because Miles' main story was basically just in his neighborhood, and he kind of like helped them out the most, and that's kind of the end of it. And oh my gosh, we'll get to that costume at the very end of it. Oh my god. But yeah, I mean that whole story of it all was really very very effective. And I mean, yeah, you mentioned Craven. I mentioned the villains and spoilers because there's a lot to say about them. And then what was it? The side quests, those were really fun. I really liked the one with Wraith, following those fire people. Can't remember their names.
By the way, fuck them.
I know, right?
Dude, and I struggled so much with them in the beginning.
Really?
Like, yeah, I don't know why. Like, I think it had to do with the one that you had to do like the parry.
Mm-hmm.
Or some shit. Fuck them, dude. Fuck those guys. Like, I died so much. I died so many times with them. It was fucking annoying.
But I love that reveal though when you finish the whole thing. Dang. And I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of other side stuff that we did, but yeah, we'll get into those in spoilers. But yeah, overall, great fucking game. This is I really don't mind it if this wins game of the year because combat is still fucking amazing. This is all the games, all the 3 of these games are replayable and so much fun. Okay, so spoilers.
Fuck
yeah. You mentioned it. We start off with Peter and Miles in school. Peter is a substitute teacher, I think, in this situation. And he's teaching, I don't know, was it physics? Some kind of science class.
I don't know. He's fucking smart. He's teaching something, though.
Yeah. And I mean, right away, though, he is like super fucking excited to teach and all these kids and and everything. And shit hits the fan real quick. Sandman starts attacking. And I love that moment, though, where he's like, there's a problem. He's like, I need your help. And people are just like, wait, why would you need the teacher's help?
Oh, what did he say? Like, bathroom?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, bathroom. He goes,
yeah.
He goes, but then comes back, he's like, I need your help. And people are like, what the fuck do you need his help for? And then... I love the song playing in the beginning when they start swinging towards Sandman and all that.
Yeah,
that song
was cool, dude.
That was fucking sick. I love that. And then yeah, my reaction though was generally like, we're fighting Sandman as the first boss. Are you shitting me? Damn.
Dude,
and I mean,
dude was huge.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I know. I mean, the only time I seen him was in Spider-Man 3, and I mean, he did get giant and everything, but this one was just like far worse for sure because I mean, he was causing storms and shit. Literally, lightning was coming out, and so yeah, he was fucking up stuff. But I really like that fight though too. What I really like though is just them setting up, or I guess telling us where everyone is at the moment, because we get Genki. He knows Peter is Spider-Man, and when Peter found out, he's like, how does he know? He's like, we left together, dude. He's like, oh yeah.
And does he call him Peter? Like, oh sorry, Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then at some point, Miles gets a phone call from his mom. And she's just like, hey, are you okay? It's like, yeah, I'm fighting him. She's like, but I'm just kind of worried about school. It's like, don't worry about it. I'll call your principal. Like, I'll let her know, like, what's up. And all that. Blah, blah, blah. It's like cool. She knows about it. They're trying to be team here and all that. So it's perfect. And then I love the ending of the fight. First of all, fucking... what was it? I think it was just like Peter. He was about to like punch Sandman in the face. I can't remember what he was gonna do exactly, but then he gets struck by lightning, and all of a sudden, fucking Miles just comes flying in and like lands with him. And he's just like, "What the hell?" And this is showing their teamwork. There's this one bit of dialogue though, when he first uses the arms, and he goes, what was it? Dr. Octavius's technology really helped out. It's like, okay, that's awesome. He used, yeah, because the arms, he basically just took Dr. Octavius's idea.
Oh, the spider legs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't catch that. For some
Mhm.
reason, I was still thinking about like, and you know how in the first game you can get the suit like to get the spider legs, and it's like Tony Stark and all that shit.
Mhm.
I just assumed it was that, but oh fuck, I never caught that. That's fucking cool.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, that's really cool. That he's just always he's always advancing his technology into whatever he can, and he used it for this, and it's perfect for him because Miles already got lightning powers, so why does he need it? And no, yeah, and like I said, I like the teamwork in the end. He was he was like, okay, let's get back to physics here and all that, and just tells him like shoot him with basically giant lightning bolt and all that, which for some reason causes Sandman's brain basically to shatter, and his memories are scattered all over the city, and so that's one of the side quests.
I love those side quests, honestly.
Yeah, I really like the Sandman ones for
Yeah.
sure. I especially because like the more you hear about him talking about his daughter, the more you're kind of like, is she safe? Like you're just getting worried too. Yeah. I got to the end of that for sure, and yeah, the daughter's safe, and I don't know how he got that statue exactly. I thought maybe he might have, like pieced them together, but I don't know. But he gave it to
For
her.
oh no, yeah. So like if you see the pieces you're collecting when you break them apart, it's forming a sculpture.
It is for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure because
So they all look different, and like once you put them all together, it's Sandman with his daughter.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So that's what he was. All those shattered pieces, like I said, we put them together, like that's what it makes. Because like electricity or like the heat, it makes sand into diamond or the crystals or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But that's what it was. I thought it was fucking awesome, honestly.
No, yeah, for sure, same. And there's this dialogue. Once you finish it, Miles said this. I don't know if what Peter says if you finished it with him, but with Miles he says, maybe I can get Peter's lawyer friends to help him out, to like help Sandman get out of jail. And I was like, ooh, and I don't know if you saw, dude. Okay, it was so fucking hard trying to avoid spoilers for this game because.
Really?
Yeah, because it took me a while to finish this game. So like every week, a new video comes out about the creators talking about this game, and I'm just kind of like, I don't want to know. God damn it.
Oh, same here. Like I would see like, oh, Spider-Man, like oh, skip. But I thought it was pretty easy to avoid spoilers for me on my end. Like I'm not sure about you, but I thought it was pretty simple to avoid them. I think the only thing that did get spoiled for me was like the Mary Jane missions. And it wasn't like it was just like on Twitter, like like Mary Jane.
Oh, PS4.
I was like Mary Jane and Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2, and I was like, wait, what the fuck is going on? I was like, what's going on? But it wasn't really a big spoiler. It was just more of like the gameplay of it. But in the end, I was like, oh, now I get it.
Oh yeah. All right, we'll get to MJ in a bit. But no, yeah. Basically, when the game came out, one of the biggest things people noticed though was that the Matt Murdock and Feige like sign their
it was gone.
Yeah, it was gone, and then all of a sudden it just came back, and all that. So people were guessing that it might be DLC, and so I found that line of dialogue very interesting. Like, is it setting it up? I hope so. I doubt it.
Well, supposedly that there might be DLC for them just because. Oh, for Daredevil, just because like the creator was like, they asked him about like what's going on with that, and he was like, we'll just have to wait and see. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But then they updated the game and they put the sign back up.
Yeah. It could have just been an error. I mean,
it could have, but at the same time, it's like, what's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Because what was like the hand is like. You can see like a building with like the hand logo.
That's right. I did see that. People seeing signs of the hand everywhere. So it could be a DLC. For sure. Anyway, the fight in Salmon though did start a new mechanic, which is the wings. I think when you first got the game, you texted me like, "Dude, you're gonna love using the wings." And
It was awesome, dude.
at first, I was like, "There's no way. I love swinging though. Come on!" But then they purposely make you use the wings though, because there's some buildings though that are too short, and you're like up in the air. You're kind of like, I don't want to lose that height, so just turn on the wings and fly. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so they did a really good job on that, at least. But no, yeah, you're right too. The wings are so much fun to use. I could literally just, especially when you go on top of a fucking
A tall
high building,
Yeah.
and you just go, dude. That's so fucking sick. I did that once. I did that once. I think I don't know if it was like a side quest or something, but I literally was just on top of the Avengers Tower and just
Mm-hmm.
dove straight to that place. And that's it. It was great.
Yeah, I love doing I love diving and then just using the wings, and you're going so fast. And I was like, oh my god,
No, yeah, for sure.
it's amazing. It's amazing.
Have you seen the videos of people like trying to do like swing as fast as they can? Dude, those are fucking
Dude,
sick.
they go so fast, dude.
I know, right? Like they're covering like half the city in seconds and shit. But like they're doing all kinds of tricks too. I got really happy when I finally got unlocked this one move where like if you dive and then swing, you'll do like a full 360 rotation just to like launch yourself.
Dude, I was trying to do that and I could not do it.
You had to dive, like literally press L3 and then swing. So I don't know if that was it. I thought it was just kind of like you just did it automatically, but no, you literally had to dive and then swing. But you had to like, hopefully nothing was blocking your way at least. But that's one thing too.
Yeah, because I tried doing it and I was like, because I did unlock it, but I just never. I was like, I tried doing like the full swing. I was like, well. I was like, yeah, whatever, I guess.
Okay.
I didn't get to do it, so I saw everyone do it. Like, I'm not missing out much, honestly, but still a little jealous. Did you play with fall damage on?
No.
Dude, that shit was fucking hilarious.
Really?
That's the first I heard there's fall damage, turn that shit on, and it's just like you're swinging, and I'm just like, what happens if you just fall? And he's just like, bah!
Yeah.
He's like, pass on the floor, and you're dead. And you're like, oh shit. I think I took it off towards like the last mission.
Oh, wow.
Because I kept fucking up.
No, fucking, I for sure, it was a good idea for me not to turn that on because very early in the game, I fucking hit a helicopter in the wing of it. I think I still took damage from that, but I was literally like, I didn't know that would happen. Like, what the hell? It's
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
But it's also just kind of brutal to see. I'm like, I know I would fail.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, Peter and Miles return back to school. Peter gets fired immediately because he literally left behind his students while there was a fucking crisis, and yeah, he can't get away with that. So that sucked. He goes back home and he's living in Emma's house, trying to pack up everything he can, like her stuff and all that. I saw a clip when you walk into the house at one point, you see like a box and this piece of paper on top, and you get the paper and it's his mortgage payments and all that. And this guy goes, "Oh my gosh, he owes this much in mortgage and all that." He's
that's what I was looking up right now because I did the math when I actually was playing it. Because I was like 4,000 a month, and so it had the however many months are left over. Dude, it's like $1 million house, dude. But I did the math. I multiplied like the mortgage that he owed, and like just times whatever the month was. It was $1 million something dollars.
What the fuck?
And I was like, what the fuck is Aunt May doing to afford this fucking house? I was like, god damn, man.
But the clip
I saw. I found it right here. Peter Parker in debt $1,003,167 with 48 cents. That is crazy.
Yeah. No, but the video that I saw though, the guy was just like looking at the paper and he goes, "Man, this is how you know you're a fucking adult. I'm here looking at his interest rate and shit." Like,
yeah, yeah.
That's funny. I just saw that paper and said it right down. I didn't read it. No. But yeah, I mean, he's just walking around, and then he goes into his. I remember now. MJ finds a picture of him when he was like first starting out as Spider-Man and everything. He just looked like a total fucking nerd, and and it was just this like hole in the wall with like eyes on it that he made. It turns out he did that because he first heard of J. Jonah Jameson's coverage of him, and he's just like, "Why? Like, why would you say that about me?" Blah blah blah. And it's just this nice moment between him and Aunt May that she's basically telling him about balance. That he's trying to, his excuse for punching the wall was that he couldn't figure out his like college application or something like that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that leads to her giving this little speech about figuring out balance in life, and that's basically the first hints right there that he needs to find balance now in his life, especially now. So I got very excited, because he's still Spider-Man. He's not gonna find like perfect balance and all that. So I was really curious, like, what are you guys gonna do? What is he gonna lose or something? And then MJ is not in a good spot. She fucking comes in a motorcycle, and he's just kind of like looks
cool
cool.
and shit.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But I guess she points out too. It's like, I don't feel like this is me though. Like, what the hell? But I think they explained though too that she like rode around on it a lot, and when she was in Simcaria, I think that's what it was. And apparently she wrote a book about her experience there. No one bought it, so it was just a complete failure. She thinks she's probably gonna lose her job working with J. Jonah Jameson, and so yeah, her life isn't perfect either. So that sucks. But after the little conversation, touring the house and everything, MJ leaves, and she fucking screams. Which even I was like, "What the hell just happened? Like, is she being attacked or something?" And she screamed because she sees Harry in the street, and so yeah. They say their highs. They say they're gonna hang out later, and then you go on the bike ride with Harry to the school. I love that fucking bike ride, dude. That was just like so much fun. Like I could have just done that for hours for sure. I don't know. It was really nice. And
yeah, I thought it was cool too. Just, I mean, more, not even like the whole bike ride, but just like more of them actually. I mean, this is the first time they see each other in like fucking years.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah.
So at the same time, I was like, whoa, what's going on, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where you been gone the whole time?
I know, right?
And I was like, because and the first one, right? Like, he told them that he was, he went abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they thought he was away in a trip, and then it turns out like, oh shit, he's sick. So I was like, is he gonna tell him straight up, like, hey, well, this is what's going on. Like, I was sick and like in a fucking what do you call it, like an incubation chamber, some shit like that.
Something like that. Mm-hmm. Some kind of chamber, I guess you can just say.
Yeah, and he just pretty much told him straight up, like, yeah, I was sick, and they put me like in a tube filled with like water and like just wires and shit like that. And I was like, oh shit.
No, yeah,
that's cool. Like, I mean, that's how close they are, because it's like, why would he lie to them,
Yeah, yeah.
So that's cool. I mean, I really like that. And then, what is it? They go, he's telling what's going on, and then he leads them back to like the high school, right?
Mm-hmm. To the high school.
I thought that shit was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the flashback of it too. Just his literally just seeing Peter in his first years as Spider-Man and all that, and especially because I really didn't think we were gonna see like much of a difference of his past and now, but I think they did a really good job showing like, oh no, he grew up in this time. Like, holy shit, he's really different now.
When they showed him in the flashback, I was like, what the hell is that nerd fucking glasses?
I know, right, dude?
I was like, oh shit, I forgot he had glasses.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the flashback, it was just, I mean, touring around the school, but everything just led to him going outside in the football field and in the flashback, that was when Harry found out, I think, that his mother had died.
Yeah, like once it does end, it was Norman was like he pulls up to like the football field and he was all fucking baller as fuck
I
too, like in the
know.
fucking helicopter. I was like, oh shit, okay, cool. And then they just leave Peter behind too,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay.
Yeah. um, but then that did lead to Harry explaining to him like, hey, and just like come here to relive this. I want to like give you a deal, basically. And
Mm-hmm.
he tells them about this. He says we have a little startup going on. Me and my dad, and I want you to join and just take a look at it. See what you think and all that blah blah blah. And later on, we when we get there, it's just this giant fucking building that
Yeah,
he calls it the Emily May Foundation. Emily, Harry's mother, May, Aunt May, and
that
basically
was so sweet. By the
that
way,
was no,
yeah,
everything about this was fucking incredible. I mean, the whole building looks fucking great. They put in the like the center of it or something, or by the entrance, there's like these two different plants.
they're
Each
trees,
one,
aren't they?
I don't know. One's a tree. The other one's just kind of like a
Yeah, one
bush.
Emily's trees on there, and then I think he just planted the Aunt May one
Mm-hmm.
right in front of it,
Yeah.
and it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the side quests for that specific thing, basically, you do all this sciencey stuff. You try to. You don't like them or what?
It was cool, and it's like they're easy to solve, but fuck, dude, some of them were like, God damn it,
Oh yeah.
more annoying. Just like because it's like it'll tell you to oh, you need to make this puzzle to like make this puzzle, but you have to have like what two plants, two waters, one sun, right, or some shit like
Mm-hmm.
that. And they have like the connectors and all that, and it's like it was just like annoying. Like, okay, I'll do this because I know what to do, and it's like, fuck, rearranging. It's like, oh, okay, cool, finally got it. But yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
like them a lot, honestly.
No, yeah. This is probably the least favorite side quests of the game. But I really love the ending. Where basically, once you've done everything, Harry brings you a gift, and he says, "Hey, I I managed to salvage part of the plants, part of the tree, part of May's plants. I was thinking maybe you can gene splice them and make something new." And
Mm-hmm.
he shows you like what it'll eventually look like, and it's basically all these trees that look
Yeah.
purple flowers and all that, basically cherry blossoms. But and I'm like, damn, that's fucking awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, but basically he convinces Peter that like, hey, let's heal the world. Let's do the thing that we've been talking about. He has all these different scientists. One's trying to save the bees. Others trying to create plants so we can end world hunger and all that blah blah blah. And I mean, for me, I was like, take it, just go, say yes, and all that. And then he does, and I love what they do. He's just like, okay, cool, one last thing. Presses a button. He's like, welcome, Peter. Just this giant
Oh yeah.
sign. Yeah. Oh man, that was great. And then, dude, I was like, oh, this is so great. Please don't. It's gonna burn, isn't it? It's like gonna go down and shit. Oh god. And it does.
Yeah.
um.
Oh, and at the same time that he's doing that, Miles has been trying to get in contact with him for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, I'm like, Miles, like, dude, like, you know, leave him alone, bro. Like his best friend just came back from the dead.
Yeah.
Like technically, you're the dead one right now,
Mm.
dude.
No, yeah. No, I mean, it is just very weird timing, especially because like in that moment though too, he did have to think about, oh, I have something great here, and then Miles calls and he's like, I got the duties, and
Mm-hmm.
like, what the fuck do I do here? It's like obviously you can't turn down what Harry did and all that, so it was interesting. I think it was. I mean, I don't know how. I can't remember how like in order the story goes for this, but I think we might have skipped a couple things. Um, I don't know. I think let's just stick with Miles' story real quick, because I mean Peter's the one that you follow through to the end. So with Miles' story, ooh, I found this interesting. He talks to his mom, and she's like, "Hey, I've been meeting a guy, and I want you to meet him."
Dude, who'd you think it was in the beginning?
Dude, for a second, I thought it might have been the uncle.
Dude, same.
Oh my god, dude.
I was like, kind of weird. I was like, I mean, whatever, it reminds her of like, the dad or some shit like
Yeah.
that. But it's like to each their own. But at the same time, I was like, dude, like, I mean, that's your brother-in-law, and it's like, I mean, I've never seen it happen before, but it's like, I wouldn't doubt that it has happened before.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I was like, bro, like, give it some time, like,
Yeah.
especially if you're gonna be dating your brother-in-law, like, goddamn. And it kind of made it seem like that way because you get those missions with oh my god, what is his name?
Uncle Aaron.
Uncle Aaron. Yeah, you get those missions and it kind of seems like it is, but then eventually he's just moving in.
Yeah.
Upstairs. Yeah. Yeah.
Moving in the top floor, and
yeah, that's all. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, for real though. Even I was like, thank God. Oh my God. And then oh yeah, so that's Miles basically only has like two side missions. One of them is that he goes to Uncle Aaron's hiding spots. He like basically just gets a couple of gadgets from it.
Yeah.
And he tells them stories of like those different hiding places. It's like, yeah, I remember this is the first penthouse I ever got. It's like I made like $1 million in his last place and all that blah blah blah. I think one of the places is when he told his brother that what he was doing, and that like really kind of settled their separation basically at some point. I can't remember other ones. Yeah, I can't remember the other ones. I just know he at one point he told his brother because he was starting to get close to the Prowler's identity. If he got close to the Prowler, he'll get close to his clients, and so he was just like, "Hey, it's me. Stop it."
Yeah.
But I did like that too, that he is for sure like, "Hey, I'm the," which one complaint though, I kind of wish I'm glad that he's done as the Prowler, but like, can you not work with Miles and like try to make more gadgets and something like that? Or, I don't know. I hope they do something like that maybe in the next game, if there is a next game. But yeah, and then his other side missions are just to do with his school. He just helping out some of the students. I really liked. I like the prom. Was it a prom or homecoming? Some dude was trying to ask his boyfriend to homecoming or prom or something like that. I really like that one. That one was more fun. Actually, the other one too was this other rival school like kidnapped.
Oh, they kidnapped like the mascot, right?
I think it was that one. The one that he had like a whole bunch of puzzles to solve and everything.
Yeah,
like,
that's the same one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is that one. Yeah, that one was really fun too. I just made it like
I thought it was funny because Miles was like all saying like, wow, like for them to like put their heads in all this, like they should have won. They should have won like whatever that they, what was it, like the something contest or like the rival test or some shit like that. But he was just not talking smack, but he's like, if they would have like put as much thought into this and then they did into like the
competition,
into the competition, like they would have won.
Yeah.
That was funny. Like, shut up.
But yeah, like we mentioned though too, Miles' main thing is just that he doesn't know what to write for his college essay because like most of his life is just Spider-Man right now. So like, what the fuck does he do? And slowly, with the help of helping his students and helping his neighborhood again, he kind of figures it out somehow. His main like mission though is stopping these bad guys who took a museum, took parts of a museum.
The music museum.
Yeah, and just trying to investigate that. He actually works with his mom. I really like the idea that she made. She's like, those trucks that they use were like very, very old. They their like mufflers or something in the engine just causes like a whole bunch of toxic stuff to come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can chase it with that. He's like, that's actually a really good idea. Okay, I'll do that. And he manages to follows it, and the guy who was like supposed to run the museum or something, like, or give a donation to the museum, was the one stealing it, because he's like, my family produced, or like basically helped all these people, music people and all that, and he wanted it for himself. And yeah, like I said, basically this guy who was supposed to be funding the museum was the one stealing it, because he wanted to take all the because he said it was his family's legacy and all that, but it's like, no, dude, it's whoever played that instrument, that is their legacy. Like, you don't have any right for that. And
Yeah.
it's basically just a lesson for Miles to kind of like learn from the past to help his future and all that, especially since he's working in music. To so I really like that side mission specifically, because I mentioned before, like, he is still the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and so that's how they're keeping it up. And I also really liked reading the history. Did you read those, or did you just kind of skip through it?
The history on the instruments.
Yeah.
I remember reading through them, but I don't remember them.
The one that stood out for me the most was that someone you someone one person there worked for Shield, which is,
No way.
yeah,
That's
that
cool.
was funny. But yeah, then someone else though too was an actual like spy. I don't know how true it was, but like someone who was an actual spy for
Mm-hmm.
the U.S. and all that. That was interesting. But I like this little moment at the end though, with him and his mom, where she's like, "I'm thinking next time we team up. We actually team up. Okay, I can get a suit and all that." And he's just like, "No, stop it, please don't." It's like, dance with me. It
She
was
was
a
funny,
really,
dude. I love
did.
her.
I know, for real though too. I love this one moment though too. When he was chasing some lead, and she calls him, and she ends the call going, "Good luck, my little arañita," or something like that. And I'm like, dude, that's fucking adorable. What the hell? I loved it. And um that was mostly like his side missions. His main story though was that at one point they were going to get, I think it was Scorpion, out of prison and like switch him out because they needed room for Sandman. But they also took out Lee, which is the guy who killed his dad. And so when that happened, the fucking hunters came in, tore shit up, and Lee escaped. And Miles was actually like pretty close at one moment to leaving him behind for dead. And even Lee points that out too. It's just like, you were gonna let me die, weren't you? And so yeah, that was his main story though, that he just tried to like look for him as best as he could. Doesn't know what he was gonna do in that moment, but he was gonna get it fucking done. um and I like the moment though where we do finally face him. Cool battle. I really liked his, especially when he like turned to that big monster. That one was pretty cool. And basically at one point Lee gets inside Miles's mind, tries to like get all his fears and everything, and his biggest ones is just him failing his family, failing his dad and all that. And he just basically like learns this lesson of stop holding himself back.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to like, he's good enough as he is and all that, and he just has to keep trying and keep moving forward and all that basically. And so his story was, I liked his character development. I think it's mostly like basic superhero stuff in a sense. It's like saying that for Miles, because I really love Miles as a character and all that, but that's kind of basically what what it is. So, what'd you think of his new powers though? Too, I don't know. I feel like I kind of like the yellow one better than the blue ones, but
You know what's so funny? Like towards the end of the show, and excuse me, towards the end of the game,
mhm.
that's when I realized, like, oh shit, he has different powers.
Oh my god.
Like I never knew that. Like, because I just every time there was like It's like, oh, this is how you switch this, and I'll just X X X X X, and like, okay, let's keep playing. And then so it wasn't towards like I was actually trying to get the trophies. I was like, oh shit, there's different powers. Cool. But so I didn't really get to fuck around with them a lot. So I was just doing it for the trophy. But I'll say this right now, and then we can probably continue later, and I'll bring it up again. When I did start the game, right? You know, we had Spider-Man 1, and then we had Miles Morales. You know, the game. The whole time when I was playing this game, I was like, why the fuck am I gonna be playing as Peter Parker when I can be playing as fucking Miles Morales with fucking electricity?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like electricity powers over fucking what? Fucking claws. Fucking stupid, you know? Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I want to be playing I want to get the most powerful Spider-Man. And then it wasn't until we got the black suit, and I was like, fuck Miles. I was like, fuck that guy. Who even is that Spider-Man?
Yeah. Honestly, though, I feel like I played better as Miles, though, than I did as Peter. Because I don't know, I feel like at one point, I was like, I'm really struggling with these, like, with the bad guys here and all that, and the boss fights. I don't know what it is. But then, like, I will switch to Miles, and I'm like, I'm fucking killing it here. So I'm like, okay, maybe
that's how I felt the whole time until we got the black suit.
Okay. So
so cool. After that, I was like, when I went back to like Miles, I was like, oh, now I feel like I'm playing as Peter, and I just kept fucking dying, you know.
You know what? I just remembered. I had a moment like you where I didn't know I could switch, but that was with Peter. I didn't know I can switch out the Venom powers to just regular claw powers. It's I feel like if I switched, because I actually didn't really like the Venom powers as much. I much preferred the claws, the spider arms, spider claws. I don't know what they're called. But yeah, it wasn't until like literally like I finished the game, like 100% it, and I was like, oh, I could have switched from Venom powers to his claws this entire time. God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh well. But yeah, Miles' story was really short compared to the entire game and all that. But I really liked it.
Yeah, he felt more like a side character.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, we'll get to it. But at the end, though, they pretty much tell you like he's gonna be the main guy going forward. So, so that makes sense. So back with Peter's story. Basically, I can't remember when in the game, but we do get a moment with Craven. He's this one dude was hunting Craven, and then Craven comes up behind him, and he was like, "I've been following you for an hour. You've never not once noticed
Dude,
me."
it was so awesome, bro. Like, he was such a good fucking villain. Like, honestly, like he was such a good villain. I wish. I mean, whatever happened to him happened to me, you know, like whatever. But I really, he's a hunter, right? So that's what I wanted to see more of. My only complaint with Craven, because I thought he was fucking awesome, because he did not hold back. Like, he's hunting these villains, and he's not just like, oh, okay, cool, I captured it. Dude, he's fucking murdering these people.
Yeah.
Like, he gets in the city, he's murdering like fucking all these people, and then, you know, like he's doing it for the game, which is cool as fuck. I was like, oh fuck, you know, like when they announced him as a villain, I don't really know Craven that much, but like when they announced him and like when I actually got to play him, I was like, holy shit, is he this fucking insane in the comics? So I was like, fuck, I need to look him up. I haven't done so yet, but dude, he's like murdering these people, and I'm like, oh shit. And what I wanted to see, like, this is my main complaint about Craven. He's a hunter, right? He has these people looking out, you know, trying to hunt these villains out, and then he comes in at the end, right? And then when you see him, and he's like, "Oh, like, go hunt." I'm jumping ahead, but like, go hunt the lizard. The spider's mine. And so when that happened, I was like, "Oh, what I really wanted to see was, you know, you're swinging around the city trying to do like a side mission, and like I don't know where you see Craven just tackle your ass, like, oh, you're mine, like, you know, I got you." And like I really wanted him to like kind of hunt you down. I wanted him to be. He never really felt like a danger until I actually saw him in like in a cutscene. But I really wanted him to like hunt me down when I'm actually like
in the city.
swinging from in the city. Yes, because that would have been fucking awesome. That would have been so cool.
No, yeah,
and
for sure.
Yeah,
especially because
that was my only complaint about him. But other than that, oh, I fucking loved it. He was so fucking cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, especially though because I remember. I don't know if you remember. I mentioned what's his name? Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, him. When you fight him in the DLC in the first Spider-Man game, you can fight him anywhere, pretty much in the city. Like it happened where like we were both on top of the roof of a building, and then I can't remember if I fell off or he fell off, but like one of us fell off and we're fighting on the street at some point too, and it's kind of so you. They did that with that game. I don't know why they couldn't do it with this game. I mean, granted, the map is a shit ton bigger, so it would have been more difficult. But it could have been possible for sure.
Yeah. I feel like they didn't do it just because it's like, I mean, they have like the story to go with, and I feel like their main concern was Venom.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it was.
Sadly.
Yeah, and it was like the first game. It was like they made Mr. Negative. Like this was like an original villain for like a Spider-Man game. You know, like he was never introduced in the comics. They made Mr. Negative as the main villain. For the first one, but like he was like the villain for like the first half of the fucking story.
Yeah.
And then it became, Dr. Octavius like Sinister Six. And I feel like that's what happened with this one too as well. Like, like, the main villain's fucking Craven, and it's like, oh wait, no, it's because it's Venom. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, that's one
But either way, like, but at the same time, it's like Mr. Negative did his own shit, but like Craven was a fucking beast, bro. No. Like, dude, like he fucked shit.
No, yeah. In terms of the first and the first game, like for one thing, I love that they kept up with the fact that I'm surprised of how much the story turned. Because in the first game, like all of New York is going to shit and everything. You're just kind of like, fuck, what do I do? And this one, though, when Venom becomes the villain, and then you see those fucking symbiote fucking towers.
Dude.
I was like, what the fuck do I do?
It was like a bigger scale and shit like that. And then towards the end of the fucking game, like towards the last mission, like you see like the symbiote, like the tentacles or whatever fuck it is, like the shit coming out.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? And I thought it was so cool because you can actually run on them and you can like just swing from them.
Yeah, that's
that's awesome.
Yeah. I thought that was sick too. But yeah, I mean, sticking with Craven, yeah, basically, he starts hunting all Spider-Man's villains, and I like that this is a chance though to see some of them, and some of them are actually trying to be good. You see, what's his name, Mysterio, and he made this whole like I don't know,
VR
shit, yeah, for sure, and. At first, you're thinking like, okay, Miles is suspicious of it because it's Mysterio, former bad guy, and dude, how did you do on that fucking music scene?
Oh, dude, I did horrible, man.
The same. Oh my god, I'm fucking embarrassed in that
video. I did like with the Mysterio missions. I love Mysterio. Like he's like my favorite like Spider-Man villain just because he's fucking stupid as fuck. I love him. I don't know why. Like I've always loved him. I did so bad in his missions, and like how he's like you have to get like 100% whatever like to get like the gold medal or some shit like that. I know in the first Spider-Man game like you had to get like gold medals and all of the fucking thing to get like a trophy to like 100% it. And I was like, there's no fucking way I'm gonna do this. Like I'm not gonna fucking do this right now. And I texted that same day I got to Mysterio, one of my friends, she completed the game. She got like the platinum trophy, and I just messaged her, hey, do I need to get 100% like on the Mysterio missions to get the trophy? She's like, no, thank God, because I'm not gonna fucking do that because it's fucking. I guess it did like the hardest one on the first try, and so like I was like, I'm not gonna try this. But yeah, I sucked ass on the fucking DJ shit, and I sucked ass on like most of his like his side missions to like defeat this many enemies and this many like the time trials, and it was horrible. But I loved him. I was like, hey, fuck yeah, Mysterio, let's go, baby.
No, yeah, Mysterio. Yeah, I really liked his side missions, especially because I feel like the side missions for those like made me a better fighter in the game,
Mm.
because I was like, oh, okay, like it just got me to be like think more of like how to use these gadgets, especially to how to use them more, so I can like gauge up the meter for either a final for the final moves or to heal.
Oh, like the health or like yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for those things. Because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know like if you web them up or the more you parry, like the faster it'll go up. It took me a
Oh
while
yeah.
to figure that out, and so the Mysterio side missions really helped out on that. Uh, but yeah, but in that entire side mission though with Mysterio, every time you beat a place, you get these recordings, and in those recordings, you slowly see Mysterio like you know possibly going back into his old ways and all that blah blah blah. But at the end,
Yeah.
we find out that his fucking partners set him up from the very beginning, and we're like, hey, if we get caught, we'll just put it on Mysterio. Who gives a shit and all that. And I completely forgot about those moments in the when you're doing those side missions that like these messages pop up like don't trust them or something like that. Keep moving. I don't know what the messages were said exactly, but if you remember it only happens once. And if you lose, like you won't see it again. So I'm sure it's easy to forget. But like you get little messages in each, almost all of them, and it's basically Mysterio hacking in, telling you like don't trust like my partners. Um, and you get this moment at the end though where he's just like, oh, I mean, I could tell the cops like, you're trying to be good and all that blah blah blah, like put in a good word. And he's just kind of like, I think people are just gonna see me as Mysterio, no matter
Yeah, that's
what,
true.
which sucks. But in that same spot though, where they go to Coney Island, um, Peter, Harry, and MJ are there, and we also see another bad guy, which is Tombstone, which he's just working there trying to get a normal life, getting away from the criminal stuff and all that. Which I like. There's another thing too. Basically, what Peter's doing is finally like coming up, but he wants these bad guys to get a second chance. Some of them are, and it seems to be working. And so that's one thing going on. And then later on, you see that with Lee. After he saves not only Peter but also Miles, he kind of loses his powers, and the first thing he does after like the whole day is saved is turns himself into the cops, and that just kind of like impresses Peter more and more that that like just like that your biggest bad guy
Yeah.
is reformed, and so that's we'll get more into that in a bit. But
I was gonna say like you skipped like a whole big ass
no, I know.
section.
But back to the Coney Island thing. Did you go around the whole park, like play the
Oh yeah,
whole?
yeah. I did all the mini games.
Oh yeah, for sure. I like the. There were so many references too. I feel like well, I know the one that was online was the Doctor Octopus reference. Do you see this giant like
Oh
spinning?
yeah, like the spinning octopus, whatever.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it just has like
Mm-hmm.
that little circle thing all doctors
Mm-hmm.
have, and it's stethoscope.
Yeah.
And then I think another game, it was like, it was a Hydra reference, I think, but it was like a whack a mole game. uh, but yeah, that one. But
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, because I noticed only the octopus, and then after that, I was just like, wait, what the fuck? There was more. Yeah, I did see the Hydra one. God, can't even find the damn. Then it went from like Spider-Man to like Pokemon for some reason. Let's see. TJ. Oh, here we go. Dazzler stage, as in the Dazzler from the X-Men. There is the Speed Demon. I guess there's another a super villain who originally went by the not good name of the Whistler. Fantastic Four. I can't find them. I don't know. But I did see like the one with the with Hydra, the
Yeah.
whack-a-mole one. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that shit was funny.
Mm-hmm. But basically, all the games there were references to other Marvel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, again, one thing though, when you go on the rides though, um, you either have the option to like do a motion control type of thing, or like just press the certain buttons and all that. And with the motion control, it wouldn't sync up the same way. So it's just see Peter randomly just going like woo, woo, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
I was doing both because it would tell you to like either press a button or like do the motion control,
Yeah, yeah.
and like I would do it. I would be like, and it wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I press X, and they would do it twice in a row, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, get it right.
Mm-hmm.
I get all mad.
No, yeah, that was funny. But at the end, the hunters come in. They try to take Tombstone. You're trying to help him out and all that. They manage to take him at the end. And ooh, man, this scene was actually really intense for me. But when the roller coaster was going down, you see this one woman there. You were in the ride with her before and all that, but like everything's going to shit, and you actually think Spider Man might fail. And then, even at one point, he's just like, "I'm sorry." And it's like it was intense. Honestly, I love that scene. um, but then Harry comes in, and that's when you see the Venom suit come out of him and all that, and they're just like, "What the fuck?" um, but I love that moment though later on because both Peter and Harry were kind of like, "Dude, you have powers? Like, what the heck? Like, when did this happen?" It's
Yeah,
like I think it's just a thing that my dad experimented on, and blah blah blah, and that led to them being like, "Okay, well, let's just keep testing this out. Like, let's see what's up." And they go back to the Emily May Foundation. They start testing his powers. He's trying to like, I think he's just trying to grab like a piece of marker with his tentacle things, and it just
Thunder
keeps.
breaks like it just like fucks shit up, right? Like it's all strong.
Yeah, yeah. It just goes
Yeah.
like straight past it, goes towards the window and everything. It's just making cracks everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And the next morning, everything's all trashed. And then Harry's dad comes in and is just like, the fuck, you guys?
Yeah.
And that was great though. But it was also fun though because like even though they're testing superpowers, that's probably like the most normal Peter has been in like the longest time. And just hanging out with
Yeah.
his best bud and everything. So it was really nice. I love that.
You missed an important part right there where it tried latching onto Peter.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When they first
That's the first time it just shoot, and he's like, "Dude, let go! I can't."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
oh shit. Okay. Mm-hmm.
that's that's actually really important. Um, okay, yeah, I'll bring it up more later, but
No, that's fine.
but yeah, and then that's when Harry's dad is like, "Where's Dr. Connors?" And he's like, "I don't know, probably take the day off." And he's like, "He never takes the day off." And what did they find out? Oof, man, this is where the storylines get crazy for me. What did happen?
Forgot to.
Mm-hmm. I think. Oh wow, dude! I really can't remember most of the storylines because I know there's one storyline where they free Tombstone, another storyline where it's Miles investigating like stuff, and then there's the
I think.
lizard.
Yeah, I think they're happening simultaneously.
Yeah, I think the lizard thing is after the Tombstone stuff and Miles investigating some things. Holy shit! Wow, this is really confusing. Let me see. I don't know. Let's see.
The Tombstones thing happens first, I believe, and then we go into Dr. Connors because Dr. Connors is more of the main storyline.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing my videos. Well, I'm trying to see which one was first actually, the Miles thing or the wait.
I feel like in this case, it happens simultaneously. Like, you can pick to do. Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I found the video where they were experimenting. They stayed up all night. I'm just doing some side quests. I meet up with Wraith, doing investigating the fire gang. What were they called again? That's not they're not the called. I know they're not called the fire gang. Maybe they just called the flame. Weird. Okay, so here.
The flame.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, here they're helping Tombstone. Here, okay, and then that back as Miles. At some point in the game, I got hit by like this electric thing, and for the longest time, I'm just like electric going around my body for quite a while.
No
I had,
way.
I had to like what was it? I think I just restarted it from where I left off or something like that.
Have you seen the videos of like where I think Miles or like Peter are like just like a little cube, a white cube?
Yeah,
It's like a yeah.
people were
It's
playing it on
fucking
the
hilarious.
PS4 and shit, and just like
Yeah.
it would not go up or something. It was just insane. Yeah, like, that's funny. People were kind of like the greatest Spider-Man or something like that. And it's just the
Yeah.
cube with like the Spider-Man eyes on it. It's fucking hilarious. Uh, what the hell is the Miles thing? It did not happen when he had the black suit on, did it?
Which one?
Okay, so the Miles story I'm trying to look for is when he tries to find Black Cat. I think we might have skipped it like entirely.
Oh no, that was like way in the beginning. I think.
Really? Fuck.
I think that was like right after like Craven was there, and they found out they're trying to get like people, and with Miles you get to go track her
Mm-hmm.
and tell her like, hey, like they're after you or some shit like that, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she calls Peter like, oh, he's really really good. I don't remember, but I think that's what I
Okay.
remember.
Yeah, it
But
happened.
it was like a brief thing. It wasn't really that long, honestly.
Yeah. No, yeah, super
Mm-hmm.
brief. I mean, I have it in one video. Yeah, I just see here, and literally the beginning, the video starts with a black cat on Miles's window, and and so it's like, oh, okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah, so it happened before. I wanted to bring it up because it was actually a really cool moment. Yeah, basically Peter finds out. That's when he finds out that Craven is after all of his bad guys. Um, and he sees Felicia in one of his hit lists. So he's like, "Oh shit, Miles, you go handle it." And it's basically because both Peter and MJ are kind of like, "Don't go near her." It's like,
Yeah.
you know, we never know what's gonna happen with both of you together and all that, blah blah blah. And so yeah, so he tries to find her, and it leads to the Sanctum Sanctorum, and turns out she tried to steal some kind of like stick that can help her teleport, and you get this fucking cool action scene where you just going through the portals after her and everything is great. And at some point you just team up together, and she does use the portals to get you like just to kind of go on top of a building and everything. But yeah, I love that entire sequence. It was so much fun.
Yeah, that shit was so fucking dope, dude.
Mm-hmm. And I and so what was it? Oh, she needed the stick because she needed to help her girlfriend in Paris or something, and so she was hoping to use it to get her out of whatever danger she was, but and instead they just used it to just take her to Paris, and then Miles stuck with the stick. Um, and every bad guy who like meets him is basically kind of like the Miles just reminds them of Peter, but like I'm pretty sure they meet. I don't know if that's how you got it, but for me, I kind of got it as like they remind him of his younger days, of Peter's younger days, of how he was in the beginning. And so I really like those moments with all the bad guys just acknowledging like dude, he's he's just like you in every way. Holy shit. um, but after he gets, he lets Black Cat go. He's holding the stick and he's hoping to use it to find Lee, but it starts disappearing in his hands, and a note pops up, and it's from fucking Wong of all people. And what was it? What was it? Nah. Oh, there it is. I see the note. Sorry, just got back from Nepal. The doctor and I owe you one. Wong. Dude, that was fucking sick. I love that. And it's so great too. It's like you didn't need to see them. We just got that great cameo. Although not a cameo. Although after I beat that level, I did one of the side quests, and it was the one where this woman's father is lost. Dude,
Oh, what was his name? Oh my gosh. We always mention it. I'm going blank.
Earl.
No, not father, grandfather, right?
Oh, was it the grandfather?
Yeah. Earl.
Yeah.
Grandpa Earl.
Oh
fuck, dude.
No, yeah, and I love that side quest. Basically, this woman's father, grandfather, is lost, and she mentions that his memories are pretty much going away, so he's kind of not in the right headspace. So you follow his trail. You go to the zoo. You find a note, and it leads to the park. And you go to the park, and you find him, and he's just sitting down on a bench by a statue, and he's just like, "Hey, like, you worried someone, It's like, are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah." And you just have this little conversation with him, and he's just like, "I know my mind's going, but like whenever I'm here, it feels like I'm with her." And he's basically talking about his wife, and he tells Miles that, well, I was playing as Miles with this one. I don't know if you were playing as Peter or anything.
I did Peter, yeah.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering though, because Earl asked Miles, hey, you ever fallen in love or something like that? And Miles is just kind of like, yeah. But I was very curious about how Peter would have answered, and I'm pretty sure he just would have been like, yeah.
He says it pretty much the same thing. He's like, yeah, but like it's more of a like, yeah, I think so type of thing. But he does tell him yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay,
yeah.
That was basically the same as Miles then.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I meant to ask her at the. Oh, he's telling Miles about how he met her or something. But yeah, no, it was just. I mean, there's so many moments of just like everything stops, and you just kind of like take in whatever the environment is in that moment. And oh man, should we just get into that one side quest of the birds?
Yeah, before this though, I'm just saying, like, this is another thing about Spider-Man, like it's not just like saving the city, it's not like it's not just Peter Parker. I mean, at the same time, it's like Peter Parker with Spider-Man being like the same type of person, like they are pretty much, I mean, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, like just any type of like help, and you're over here helping out, like a granddaughter locating their lost grandfather, and then it just finally happens, and it's like you get this like emotional scene, and it's like, holy shit, like I was like, oh, that one kind of hit, but not as much as the other one. We're gonna get into.
I mean, there were some other ones. There was one where you meet this lady. She's like, I'm trying to take a picture of you, and everything. She's like, I really want to be like this guy. And she points to one of Peter's first photos that he took of Spider-Man. And you get this flashback, and it's his nerdy self. He manages to get a hold of J. Jonah Jameson. He's like, hey, I got a picture of Spider-Man. I know you'll love it. Like, let me show it to you. And he's like, all right, well, I'm in my coffee break, and I drink my coffee fast, so you better get here fast and all that. And the entire time.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
And this is such a great moment, too, because, like, usually, like, you kind of don't like J. Jonah Jameson because he talks shit about Spider-Man. But in this moment, though, like, he's talking to Peter, and he's just kind of like, "Come on, kid, you gotta be more confident. Like, let's go,
Mm-hmm.
come on." Like, I don't have much time and all that. It's like, you're a New Yorker, goddammit. Tell everyone
Yeah.
to get the fuck out of the way, you know. What's the rating of this game? I feel like J Jameson would have like just cussed out a lot more. I don't know.
Definitely, dude.
For sure,
I
right?
love him, dude. Honestly, like he's like, I love him, dude. Like, he,
Mm-hmm.
J, oh my God, J. Jonathan, right?
J. Jonah Jameson. I don't know why I can't say just one name. I have to say like
Yeah,
the whole thing.
same. Yeah.
But I was saying it too much. I'm
I
like,
love
hold
him,
on.
dude. Like he's always been like one of my favorites, just because he's always like bad mouthing Spider-Man, and
Mm.
like the only person I actually see him being played as is oh my God, what's the actor name?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. Dude. And when he came out in Far From Home at
Mm-hmm.
the end, I was so fucking happy. I
I
was like,
know.
yes, yes. I think he's back.
No, yeah.
But yeah, like in the beginning, like, like when he was when you helped him as Miles to like take him to the hospital, like with the sand after the Sandman attack,
Yeah.
and then he's like, oh, what's going on? Like, oh, I'm taking you to safety. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm being kidnapped.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him, dude.
And then Miles just like, "Peter, you're never gonna believe this." He just
Yeah,
comes swinging again. He's like, "Jonah, what are you
yeah.
doing?"
And what did he say? Like, he's like, where am I going? Like, oh no, I'm taking you somewhere. Says, no, leave me alone. People are gonna know. Spider-Man kidnaps innocent man or something like that. And then like he puts him down like on the actual like the hospital bed, like to like be rolled into the hospital. Where am I going? All pissed off. Oh, fucking hilarious. He's like, oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, actually, we were way past this one part. But I just remember that one of the funniest moments for me in the game. Actually see me like really laughing at this moment. But it was when you first use the spider bot with Peter, and he's just running around some like collapsed building trying to look for people. And at one point, the spider bot just kind of like makes a turn, and this rat pops up like out of nowhere, just going straight at you. And fucking Peter goes, "Ah!" I'm okay. It's just like as if he's actually being attacked. It was so
I
fucking,
forgot about that.
dude. I like clip it or something and send it to you because I fucking lost it. But yeah, we're way past that though. That's why. Um, no, but yeah, and then I just really like that moment though too because like Jonah is really helping Peter in that moment, like really toughen up. And I mean, who knows? I probably did help him like later on. It just kind of be like, no, yeah, I gotta be like this all the time, and especially gotta be like this as Spider Man. I really like those moments though too, where for Jonah's character, where there's just like these little moments of like, oh, he's actually like kind of a good guy. Like holy shit. People pointed that out recently in the Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire ones, where they're like, who's like, where's Peter Parker? Like, where like when Green Goblin threatens him, tells him like, where's Peter? Where's the guy who takes the photographs? And he's just like, I don't know. He does it by the mail, basically, like defending him.
Yeah.
He could have just been like, he's right here, and all that. And in one of the Spider-Man cartoons, actually, that happens. The same thing happens where it was funny though too because in the moment where Jonah's being attacked, it was by Rhino, and Peter was actually like there, and he actually like looks at him and like waves him off, like get out of here, you know that. And Aunt May's in the building too, and she's just like, "Oh, what a nice man, like helping out." He's like really trying to protect my nephew and all that, blah blah. And so that was one moment, but then there was this other one that I really love. Jonah has a son, and he's an astronaut, and he literally just like came down from space, like even though it was like a scary moment. And so obviously Jonah's like proud, you know. He's just like, dude, my son just came from space and all that. He found like actual alien life. That's a symbiote, and
Yeah.
and all that. And he's like, he wants to like show him off to the crowd and everything. But then like at one point, his son goes, "Actually, I just kind of want to hang out with you. Like, can we just get out of here?" And he's like, "Yeah, let's go." Just like immediately drops it, goes with his son. Like it's just these really small moments. I really hope we get more of that somehow in the games. But I mean, I don't mind if we don't. I'm good with the podcast.
Yeah, same here.
Mm-hmm. Uh, And anyway, yeah, that one side quest, it was just her wanting to take photographs, and he tells her at the end, it's like, try to do more than just this. Trust me, you don't want to get stuck with just this. And then she's just like, okay, but can I at least get one picture? He's like, sure. And he just does this like one move and everything. It's cool. I like that.
Yeah, it was cool.
What was the other one? Oh, the other one is you just help this blind lady. She's saying that there's like some monster walking around, and it's one of the robotic hounds, I guess.
Dogs,
that, that the Craven hunters use. And fucking the hunter or the dog starts attacking Peter, and he's just like, Genki, help, and all that. And turns out Genki just puts in like 1,000 dog videos into that into the robotic dog, and it's just a good boy now.
That show is so fucking funny, man.
I know. I love that. And then he just brings it back to the old lady. He's like, hey, you want a robotic dog? She's just like, this is perfect. I think those are all like the side missions, the ones that are like put the Spider-Man logo on it. But except for the birds. I can't remember the dude's name.
Howard.
Halbert?
Howard.
Howard, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Howard calls up Spider-Man, and and he's just like, hey, how you doing? I like coming here sometimes, you know, they're by some harbor, and he's talking about how he would come here, he would take this boat with him and his wife before and all that, and he likes coming back here, watching it go. He likes watching the Statue of Liberty and all that. And right from the beginning, you can tell like something's off with him. Like, why you're acting strange here? And even Peter's kind of like, Howard, you know, asking him. And Howard at one point tells him, I'm going to go on a little adventure, and I kind of want you to like free my birds. Could you take them somewhere, you know, where they can like freely roam around, somewhere new, somewhere where, you know, they can just be free? And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever you want, man. It's like, you sure you want them free? It's like, yeah, I think it's their time. And I fucking love the swinging sequence of this, dude.
Dude, it was so good.
Dude,
the swinging, and then like the webs. I mean oh my gosh, what are they called? Like the web,
the wings,
the web wings, whatever the fuck they're calling.
The music, the song.
It was such this. Yes, dude, it was so emotional, man.
Oh my god, I was literally like, can I do this for the rest of the game? Just this is so great. And then Peter talking to the birds. It's like, hey, where you guys want to go? Hey, hold on, let's just do this one trick. Come on, let's go. And then you're flying around and everything. And at one point, you call back Howard. He's just like, hey, I think I found a spot for them. It's like, I think they're really gonna love it, man. And it's like, oh, that's great. I'm really happy. Blah blah blah. And then it just kind of gets cut off. And Peter's like, Howard. And he lets go of the birds, and he's like, he says, I'm gonna take the train back for this one though. And he does, and he goes back to the same spot. There's a ambulance there, and they just put a body in there.
I was so sad,
dude. I kind of got spoiled by that because I saw a side mission. I saw that he's flying around with the birds, and I knew he was letting them go, and I was like, don't fucking tell me that he's dying, isn't he?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
so
no.
I guessed that he died, but like it was still kind of a spoiler. And yeah, he died. He talks to the one of the doctors or whatever. I don't know what they're called. Paramedics. Yeah, that's what there is. Mm-hmm. Talk to one of the paramedics, and he's like, if it makes you feel any better, it looked like he died in peace. And he's like, okay, I'm glad. This.
Yeah, with me, it was like, I was doing the mission. I was like, hey, sounds pretty cool. You know, like the music, you know, getting some birds. And Peter was like, oh, he takes them back to like his place, right?
Yeah, it's basically near his house.
Yeah, so he takes me back, and then it's like, I go back to like the thing, and I just see the ambulance, and I'm just like, what's going on? And I was like, all right, well, time to go to bed.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done for tonight.
Man. I haven't gotten to that part of my videos, dude, but I'm gonna fucking play that shit on loop. And I just love the song, dude. Seriously, I trying to say like this isn't just another moment. Wait, you're in the moment. You're just doing whatever and just
Hmm.
this game is so fucking great, man. I'm good. But yeah, those were some of the side missions. They were fun for sure. Um, where were we in the story? Tombstone. Um, yeah. Well, actually, after you save Black Cat, at some point she gives you a piece of advice or some intel as to where to find Tombstone. And she tells Peter, like, "Hey, you got a good kid going here, man." He's like, "Yeah, I know." And you save Tombstone, but you team up with Harry, and I love um how he gets there though, because Peter is trying to sneak in, and at one point Harry calls him, and you can tell that he's like doing something, like physically or something, because he's like running out of breath and all that. And Peter's just like, "What are you doing?" He's like, just jogging or something." I can't remember what his excuse was, and he's like, "Okay," but he's just doing that. And then later on, he shows up and he's like in full armor or something like that. And at first, I thought it was like armor that he made for himself, and then just part of the black suit
It looked
underneath.
like it, huh?
Yeah, but no, it was straight up all of it, all black suit, the symbiote and all that. And I was like, oh shit, okay. um, but yeah, you just get this moments of them two being. There's one moment where he's trying to like train him up a bit, and he's like, "Okay." Peter goes, "Okay, what's the plan, Harry?" And he just goes, "I say we get him." And Peter's just like, "Okay, we need more, but good effort." um, um, yeah, they managed to save Tombstone. They're running away because the whole building where they were at just fucking collapsing and shit. And I like this one moment after they get out. Tombstone is just like, "That's the one bad thing about getting out of the game. I'm not as good as Shape." Yeah. So that happened, and then I can't remember what was next. Let's see that Tombstone. What did I do? Wow, that was early in the video. Okay, I just did a bunch of side quests after that. Did the music stuff. What's the main story though? Oh, wait, did I figure it out? Wait, how the fuck did they get there? Okay, somehow MJ ends up with one of the hunter's vans, but I can't remember how they were there in the first place.
She's investigating something at Toy. I forgot what though.
Mm-hmm. No, but like she gets, maybe she just might have found them randomly or something. But she gets behind one of their vans, and she didn't get out in time. They didn't kidnap her or anything. They didn't know she was there.
Yeah,
But
her phone comes out.
yeah, and so she just ends up in one of their hiding spots.
I think at this point they're already trying to investigate like who the fuck Craven is. That's why.
Yeah, true. But this is the this is the MJ missions, and I was seeing online people were being like, "Dude, MJ is so OP in this," and I'm just kind of like, I mean, yeah, she's taking them down, but like it's also a sable gun. Like those things were meant to take down Spider-Man, and so it kind of makes sense that she's able to do it.
But still,
And
do the same, J, bro. She's all blasting.
I know that's the thing too, but like once you get like all the weapons that you need, though, you're fucking like Rambo or some shit. You're just going like, and you just can take over.
She's been Rambo the whole time.
I know, right? And so, and I mean, the one thing I did like, at least with the hunters, is that it was a one hit KO too. So like, you know,
Oh yeah,
for sure, you really have to like be careful and dodge and all that. I wish if honestly, if I were to replay it, it would just be because of the MJ missions, because I really want to do like be fucking badass on it with her. But no, yeah. When the people said like, "Oh, dude, she's OP as fuck," I'm still kind of with the hunter missions. I was still kind of like, I don't know what you mean. Like, she's a one hit KO type of character. She can take him down and all that, but still like a pretty powerful weapon. But then she goes after the symbiotes, and I'm just like, there's no fucking way. She's dead, man. And then especially when you fight that giant symbiote.
Oh, the big one?
Yeah, I was like, there's no fucking way that could ever happen. Like, no, I'm sorry, but that's way too OP for sure. What the hell? Oh, man.
Hey, if it could take out Spider-Man, they could take out a symbiote.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, when I was doing that mission right there, like when the big guy came out, I was like, easily, because you get like those little barrels, so like for the sound, easily, right? And I shoot one, and I'm like, oh, it's just like a fucking sound, it's just a fucking sound that hurts them, and I shoot it real close to me, and I died, and I was like, oh, I guess it's an explosion too. Apparently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, I have to fucking keep my distance apparently, but and it was a breeze after that, but
yeah. So yeah, she's looking around, and you actually find these recordings of all the ones Craven has gone after. I think he's already killed Electro, Scorpion for sure. Did he kill Rhino? I don't think he mentioned Rhino.
Here's my question: did Rhino come out in the game?
Nope.
No, I was talking to my brother and my friend, and they were like, "Oh, he did come out." Or like he was mentioned or some shit like that, but I was like, I don't remember Rhino at all. There is a glitch that you can't access anymore, but apparently you can get out of the map and you go to like a mansion, and then you find like a wall with like I don't know if you've seen it, but like instead of like the animals, like the heads of animals, you see the villains, and Rhino is one of them.
Yeah.
So that's what was like. That's what. When I saw that online after the game, I asked them, I was like, where the fuck was Randall? Like, I don't remember him. And they're like, yeah, like and I was like, I don't remember, dude. So that was like, I don't know. So I'm assuming he's dead just because of that thing, but they patched it so we can't go anywhere.
Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, so you get all these recordings, and basically all of them were just kind of like, these dudes were all pretty formidable, but just not good enough. Basically, he just got them all. Yeah. I think that the other one I found kind of funny. Who was it? I think Smasher or no?
Oh, Shocker.
Shocker, that's what it is. He I think he just said that he was being overconfident or something like that, or maybe that he wasn't too confident, or I can't remember. I don't know. I feel like he just kind of talks shit the most about him. But yeah, you find out the rest of the bad guys are pretty much all dead, and at one point shit hits the fan, and that's when Peter and Harry come in. They fight most of the hunters, but at some point Craven gets the best of Peter and stabs him, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is the end. I was kidding.
Yeah.
But no, the symbiote comes out of Harry and goes into Peter, and that's how he gets the symbiote suit. Where do we leave off?
We were talking about Shocker.
Yeah. No, the symbiote got into Peter now because he was trying to heal him, and yeah, he tells him to get out, and then you just go fucking apeshit crazy on all the other hunters, and they manage to get out. He tries to give the symbiote back to Harry, but it just stays stuck on him, and so they think, okay, we just gotta find Dr. Connors. That's the only solution that we have.
We missed a whole section there
where
Dr. Connors gets kidnapped and then
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah. MJ tries to free him. She manages to get to him, but then that's when Craven shows up.
That's what we're missing. Okay, so I remember now. So the whole thing was we did the whole chase with like the demo the trailer that they released for Spider-Man 2. They were chasing the lizard because they transform. No. They
That's after.
captured Dr. Connors. Yeah. They captured Dr. Connors. MJ's trying to investigate because she's like, what the fuck's going on with that? And she goes into it, like, she goes, I believe, to his house, and they're outside his house. That's why she gets in the van. And when they're leaving, her phone gets left behind or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're at the point where Dr. Connors is at, like, trapped, like, being held captured. That's what the whole MJ mission, like, that's when she's all fucking lock and loading, like, cha-cha. Doing that shit, like, I don't know how the fuck she did it, but she did it. But then he ends up, during that whole main mission, that's when she finds, the keys, whatever, you do this, do that. And you go into the cage where he's locked in there, and then Craven shows up in there to inject, like, the fucking serum to transform him back into the lizard.
Mm.
And that's when Peter and then I believe Harry show up right at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're trying to get Dr. Connors the serum to not transform into the lizard, and to run out of time, and eventually he does transform into the lizard, and it just becomes like a Peter versus Craven.
Because he still has part of the thing that turns him into a lizard, so they're trying to get that, so they can make an antidote to cure him.
So he's fighting him, and then boom, Craven the badass just stabs Peter. Just fucking stabs him, dude, with a fucking huge old knife.
Yeah,
and we're dying. Forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah,
that's when the suit, like. So when he gets stabbed, that's Mary Jane's like, "Oh, Peter, come on, we gotta go," and then you'll make it through, and they're walking, and then Peter's like, "I feel cold. I can't walk anymore." And then that's, he falls down with it. Essentially, he falls down, and during the whole thing, like when you're just walking, in the background, you just see Craven and Harry just going at it, and Harry just whooping ass, like just kicking his ass, like. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then eventually Harry just goes next to Peter, and like the suit just attaches itself into Peter.
Yeah.
And that's when we get the black suit, and it's awesome as fuck.
No, yeah. You immediately start just being a badass with it and all that, which is really cool. And they did, he manages to knock him out, and that's when Craven's just kind of like, that was amazing. It's like, it's like he wants that monster and all that. And then so then after that, Peter's story is just trying to find Craven so he can get the thing,
the serum,
and it leads to going to his house, or like to some kind of hotel or something where they're having a party, and like a mansion or some shit like that, right? Yeah, it's a giant fucking mansion or hotel. When he gets there, he has to be like, "Oh dang, I should have bought my other suit," or something like that. And then the fucking black suit transforms into a tuxedo. He's just like, spider spy. He goes in there, he manages to find like his main room, but his main room has a fucking tiger or something. I can't remember the animal.
It's a lion, isn't it?
I think it might have been a lion, for sure, a lion. It was funny though, because like he goes in, and it's like he's dressed like some of the other waiters or something, and he has to bring the food for that animal, but you didn't know it was an animal at first. And he just gets told, this is for Craven's bodyguard. It's like, go give it to him. So he's just kind of who could be his bodyguard, and he just finds the biggest guy there. And he's like, "This is for you, I think." And he's like, "No, that's not for me. What made you think it was me?" I mean, fucking huge, dude. And it's like, "Nah, you're looking. He's up there or something." And then that's where you find out that fucking lion is his bodyguard. Um, that was just a funny sequence. But you also find out that Craven is sick, and that's why he wants to do his final hunt. It's because before his body starts betraying him, basically, he wants that one. He wants to hunt, and it's either the best hunt of his life or it's going to kill him. And he doesn't care whichever one he wants, whichever one he gets. And then how does that lead him to the church, though? I can't remember. Because he.
So essentially, you leave that place.
Mm-hmm.
So you get this because you're sneaking around the whole time. And then you get discovered you're there. You fight everyone. You leave. You end up leaving. Like the church is like a different mission. You end up leaving. Oh my gosh! But what happened? We're both like in a blanks, bro. Like we're thinking about like the main story missions, and we can't think of like what connects to it because you do go to a church. Because that's where Craven's at. Like you got to enter it. You go back there with the black suit, and that's where Craven's at. But why the fuck are you there again? Click. Dude, Flame's good, man.
I know it was probably the knife that led him. Gosh darn it, I don't know.
You're tracking him, right?
No. Let me see. No, yeah. Basically, in the mansion, you kick everyone's ass, and I'm right here. Like I get him. Okay, MJ calls, and he like no craving it, but I think I know where he is. Okay, I think something inside just might have led him to the church. I thought it might have been something like afterwards or something, but okay, yeah. He just says that he found a piece of evidence. He knows where he might be, and that's where it leads into like a cemetery type of place, which then leads into goes inside the church basically. And you find these bad guys, and when you're in the church, Craven's trying to like get him to fight to the death basically, but it's not working. And at some point, he hits the bell, and he notices like, "Oh, there's your weakness, bud. Cool," and which he will use later on. And I think that's just the end of Craven's thing. After that, they're trying to figure out what was it. Oh, okay. No. In that fight, he does manage to get the serum, and then he just straight up leaves because trying to prioritize lizard cure.
And that. Did you notice that he was being tracked like once he took that?
I think they show you that he has a tracker. They put a tracker on it.
Like once he took it and like Craven wasn't doing shit. Like like after like the cutscene finished, I was like, dude, he's tracking you already. Like, how do you not know that you're Spider-Man? And like eventually you just see like the little beep.
Yeah.
Beep. And I'm like, come on, dude, like you're Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, I don't think I noticed. I don't think I noticed it until they showed it. So I missed it on my part. But I did like this moment though. So takes it back to the Emily May Foundation thing, and they're trying to be like, okay, we gotta figure out a cure, blah blah blah, and they managed to like, I think isolate. I don't know. You do that little mini game thing where you take off the bad parts of the DNA strands or something like that. But they had to like, I can't remember what the sciencey words of it. I'll concentrate it or something like that, and they kind of do this like nerdy thing of like, too bad we don't have and at the same time what was the
Oh,
word?
something accelerator.
Yeah, yeah,
Proton I don't know, but something accelerator. Yeah,
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like just look behind it. We
Hmm.
do.
Yeah.
Oh, stupid.
If we could beam a few electrons on there, it's not like we have and at the same time particle accelerator.
Yeah,
And they
I
start,
was close.
yeah, they just start nerding out basically, and then Peter, there's something happening inside, and Peter's just like, all right, I'll go inside, and Harry's just like, are you insane? He's like, yeah, come on, be a good electron. He's like, what? Stay positive. Or no, be a good proton. Stay positive. Electrons are negatives. Um, uh, so yeah, you managed to fix it up, but the fucking hunters come in. That's when they wreck the whole fucking place, and I'm just like, no. Why can't you just leave it alone? This is a hard fight though. I think this might have been like the hardest one of like the whole ganging up on them and everything. Um, oh, that's when you get the other joke too. This guy dressed like in the bear costume.
The bear. Yeah, I'm looking at it right
It's
now.
like I'm all out of honey.
I'm fresh out of honey.
Yeah. So yeah, they fuck up the whole thing. Afterwards, Harry and Peter outside. He's trying to like be like, hey, I'm sorry about this, but we also gotta prioritize Connors and you, because they're trying to figure out cure him and all that. And what happened next? What is this? Part 11, part 12.
That's when we get to keep the suit.
Yeah, he for sure keeps the suit.
Mm-hmm.
Play as Miles next, but I don't know. Oh, well, part 12 was where I beat the Sandman missions. What the fuck?
Oh, we go back to Dr. Carnes' house.
Do we?
Yeah, we go to Carnes' house. That's when we start seeing like the tapes that he turned into the lizard again.
Okay.
And that's when the whole chase begins, I guess.
Oh, okay. So then did I just switch to no? I think you just take a break from Peter. So start playing as Miles. I think at some point in that moment, Harry calls you and he's just like, hey, I know you're using an app. You need a tech guy and all that. And I felt so bad for him in that moment because he's just like, I don't know what to do here, man. It's like the fucking Ellie Mae Foundation broke down and shit. He lost the symbiote suit. And I'm just kind of like, oh, Harry. Although, I don't know why Miles couldn't have been like, I mean, I can give you my friend's number and maybe y'all can like come up with some ideas or something like that. I think he could have at least done that.
Yeah, you know what? Like, you know, in the beginning, when you're trying to set up like the satellite shit with with Sandman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, what's his name? Miles' friend,
Genki.
the tech guy, Genki. Yeah, like was he in contact with like with Harry? Because he's like, oh, like this new company, whatever, like is actually helping me out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was like his like actual company.
Yeah, it was because you see the symbol there in the beginning. But I don't know how much in contact he and Harry were though. That's the thing. Because he did say like, oh, this guy is very much willing to help Spider-Man whenever he can. And so yeah, I mean, yeah, they probably would have gotten some kind of contact with each other at least. Who knows? Weird.
But yeah, I mean, I felt bad for like Harry the whole time, like when he kept calling.
Yeah, he kept calling, and he just gets weaker and weaker every time. That was sad to watch. Okay. Then yeah, you just go to Dr. Connors, and then that's when it leads to the trailer footage, basically.
Yeah.
And you just, I mean, yeah, I think it's just a giant fucking chasing until you finally go up to him, and Did you ever see videos? I might have been just on TikTok of people's like reaction to that fight, or not the reactions, but like people just kept making jokes about that fucking boss fight, and just being like, "What the fuck was Peter roasting the shit out of Doctor Connors?" There was one where this guy was going like, "Oh, finally, I get to fight Lizard. I can't wait for this. You know, it's gonna be badass." And then gameplay starts, and he just, no wonder your family left you, Doctor Connors. It's just
Oh
like
my
you're
god,
fucking
no.
pathetic. You're weak. It's just everyone just being like,
I never saw those.
yeah, it's just fucking
Fuck.
hilarious, dude. Just for real though, too. Like, why the fuck are you saying talking shit to him though? Although the lizard fight though, I think that might have been one of the hardest boss fights for me. I don't know. I just had trouble. I mentioned it. That was when you start the whole blue light versus or yellow light thing, where yellow you block, blue you have to dodge.
Oh, like the
The warnings.
yeah.
Yeah, those ones I fucking had trouble pressing the wrong but I kept pressing the wrong button for those. I'll literally try to block with the blue light, and then with the yellow light comes out, I'm fucking dodging, and it's like wrong fucking buttons, guys. Come on. Um, I remember I also did kind of complain in the beginning, being like, dude, there's so many buttons in this game. I'm not gonna remember them all. I'm gonna hit the wrong ones. And sure enough, I would sometimes, but I think I got kind of the hang of it towards the end. But yeah. What happened? Oh, at some point, Lizard starts rampaging through the city, and this is when I got really annoyed at the hunters. I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I know you're a fucking psychopath, but like, there's a monster running loose in the city. Like, really? I don't know. It just annoyed me. Yeah, you cure Dr. Connors, and he's trying to convince Peter to fucking take off the costume, because he's just like, this thing's too dangerous. Like, we gotta destroy it immediately. Um, mm, what happened? Well, I know Peter started turning into a dick after that. Moment talks shit to
Dude,
talks shit to
I was
MJ.
every time like when I was playing, I was like when that happened, like when he started being all mean and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I came out of the room and I was talking to Susan. And I was like, "Hey, like, yeah, well, Peter turned into fucking what's his name, Bully McGuire."
Mm-hmm.
And like I was saying, like my favorite one was when he goes, is maybe like down the road, but like he got some shit, and then MJ's calling him. MJ is calling him, and he just hangs up like mid like ring, and he's like, "I'm busy." I was like, "Well, what the fuck, dude?" I was
Yeah.
like, "Damn, bro." And then the other one was like when Miles' mom was calling him, like, "Hey, like, can you go check on Miles and all this shit?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll go check on him." And she hands up, and he's like, "Why can't anyone do things for themselves?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck? Dude, you're Spider Man.
I
Come
know.
on."
Mm-hmm.
But he pissed me the fuck off, man.
Mm-hmm.
When he being all mean. But I loved it though.
No, yeah. I mean, that's gonna happen. It wasn't as cringy as Bully McGuire, at least.
Wasn't, but
Mm-hmm.
still pissed me off.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. What happened? I feel like we talked about most of the stuff already. I know eventually leads to, well, at some point, fucking Peter is just kind of like super tired. He goes home, tries to get some sleep, but when he sleeps, though, that's when the hunters come in. You do another MJ
Oh
mission.
yeah.
You do another MJ mission, and that's when you get the spiderweb thing. You put it on the gun. That's the one moment though that I really wish I could have used it more. That would have been so fucking sick. Um but yeah, at some point Peter starts rampaging through the city, pretty much, and MJ calls Miles. Miles comes in, saves them, but then gets kidnapped by Craven, and he's trying to use them to lure Spider-Man, basically. That's when it leads to him finding Lee, which we already talked about. At the end of the fight, though, he frees Lee, and Lee manages to find Peter. And this is another villain basically telling Peter, like, dude, you got a good kid here. And he actually says he reminds me a lot about you. And then that's when it leads to Craven versus Peter in the symbiote suit. I really like this boss fight. In terms of the one that like leading up to it, I really liked it. He was basically a hunter, camouflaging, going up trees, trying to like distract you, and then it for sure got really hard when he brings in the hounds. Those were fucking difficult. I died instantly the first time. The second time, I'm just kind of like, okay, maybe I can get them out of my bag or something somehow. Actually, I forgot to mention on the first, like literally the first one you fight against. Oh no, sorry. When you're going outside, when he hits the bell, I died instantly when he hit the bell because I just didn't know that he had to like web it up in order to stop it.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, no, his boss fight was really cool. Not my favorite, but still pretty cool. So then, at some point he managed to stop him, and then Miles comes back. He got knocked the fuck out by Craven at first, and then comes in, and now it's just Miles versus Peter. And this one actually, I think this one might be my favorite. Miles versus Peter.
This is the one that I actually struggled with the most.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't until like I was actually playing as Miles against Peter because of like, the whole Venom shit. I struggled so much. I didn't die, but I was like on the verge of dying like all like throughout the whole fucking match, like the whole fight. So, but it was cool though. Like I enjoyed it. You know, like just Miles trying to talk to Peter, getting the fucking like the stupid bell and doing this shit, doing all that, and then, oh my gosh.
Right. At one point in my gameplay, it was, and I pointed it out, but Miles goes, "Don't make me use that bell, man." And I was like, "Wait, is the bell open?" Like I thought it was just still webbed out or something. And I'm like, "Oh shit!" And then like I use it, and I'm like, "Dude, that's so funny that they added that." It was like the game being like, "Hey, stupid, like use the fucking bell." That was funny. But oh my gosh, there's this one moment though that I am very much convinced that that this is a reference to an anime called My Hero Academia. So at some point in the fight, I think after the first round, you sort of manage to grab Peter, and Miles kind of like does a flip and pushes him off of you or something like that. And I don't know if you remember that, but like he does something like that. But after the second round, he does that again, but only this time is Peter's on top of Miles, and he flips them, manages like to flip, and now Miles is on top. And what he did is when he's on top, he puts his hand over his head and turns it over and uses his lightning to like throw himself down and like basically just push Peter on the floor. That happens in the anime My Hero Academia. There's Bakugo and Deku main character, Bakugo his best friend. They start fighting because Bakugo's trying to like see who is the strongest and all that. Deku manages to like get a punch on him, which is like in the show itself, like it's very impressive that he managed to do that, because it's like, holy shit, is Deku gonna win or something like that? But then Bakugo like manages to grab him and does the exact same move, and then it works better in him because he has superpowers, and his is like he shoots like explosives, I guess you can say. He can make his hands explode. And so that's the exact move that he did in the anime, and I was like, "That's gotta be a My Hero Academia reference." I'm gonna I clipped that moment in the game, and I'm gonna try to find a clip of the anime. I'm gonna put it in my video because I pointed it out later on. So I'll show it to you later.
Do it, because I've always wanted to watch the anime, honestly, but I'm just like so lazy to like start a new one. So I'm just
Dude,
like,
no, it's so fucking good for sure. It's totally worth watching.
I've
um,
heard. I'm just really lazy to do it, you know.
I get it. Yeah, but Miles manages to convince Peter to take off the symbiote suit, and I pointed this out, but he gets it out of him, and like it tries crawling back to Peter, and then Miles comes in, swoops it up, and like puts in some kind of canister. My first thought was, "Where the fuck did you get that?" like, like, how did you even have that in the first place? You know, especially like when they actually captured it, you see it on Peter's back, so it's like there's no way you could have hit it. But I mean, whatever. um, and after that, sorry. Yeah, after that, you just try to take it back to talk to Connors, try to destroy it, but Harry's just like, no, I want it, blah blah blah, and it goes into Harry, and it just fucking takes over him, and he becomes Venom, the Venom, basically.
Not even that it takes over him. It's just like, well, was it like he was asking for the suit back because when he's dying, you know,
Oh yeah.
like Peter, I need a suit back. Why can't you just take some pills? You're fucked up, dude. Oh, I fucking love Buddy McGuire on this game, dude. I love it, but I hate it because I hate seeing Peter Parker like that. But
No, yeah.
yeah, but yeah, eventually, yeah, he does get the suit back, and he becomes Venom.
And you play as him.
Oh yeah,
Dude, what was your first thought on that? Just, or did you know?
I was like, no, I didn't know. I was just like, oh, fuck that, Spider-Man. Let me play as Venom the whole time.
Yeah.
He's all fucking trying to save the building.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was crazy, dude.
No, I mean that entire sequence, it was fun. The only thing though is just I felt so bad for Harry's dad, dude. Like when he's like,
oh, dude,
in the I don't know speakers or something, being like, "Please, son, just stop. I can fix this" and all that. I'm just like, "Oh my god, dude." Fuck. I just really felt bad for him, especially because in other ones they always show him to be as a just terrible fucking father. Like nothing Harry does impresses him or anything like that. In this one, no, he's like he wants to give Harry everything and all that. He's really proud that he's like wanting to
yeah.
help
Well, in
the
this one,
world.
he was like trying to save him the whole time. You know, they
For
saved
sure.
his life, and that's what I liked about Harry on this one, just because it's like he's throwing all these random resources into like his son to keep him alive, you know, like, and then at the very end, we'll get to the very end, you know, but like that's the very end was like pissing me off because like he told Spider-Man, like, please save my boy, and then what happens at the end? And it's like just gets mad at Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's like so stupid.
Yeah, it was though. Yeah, basically fucking Venom just causes a rampage, and at some point you fight Craven again. And I prefer this fight more than Peter versus Craven because like I mentioned, with Peter versus Craven, he is a hunter in that moment. Like I said, camouflaging, sneaking around and all that. And this one
Yeah.
though, he was a straight up warrior, and he's just like, give me a good fucking fight, god damn it, you know?
Yeah.
And starts attacking Venom and shit. Has honestly like zero chance, but he's just kind of like, yes, give me it. It was like, I think Venom at one point tells him like, "Why don't you just fucking die, man?" And he's like, "I'll die when I earn it." God damn it, you know. And I love this ending where Venom throws him to some screen, goes up to him, and Craven just looks up at him and goes, "Thank you," and then fucking chops his head off and shit.
Yeah,
dude, that was fucking sick.
dude. When I saw that shit, I was like, "Oh shit!" I
Yeah,
was like, "What the fuck?"
same. Oh, it's a cat. Okay, I thought there was someone at your door.
Nah, Mr. Muse over here jumping on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. But yeah, I fucking love that whole fight scene.
Yeah,
He
for
like
sure.
when he jumps down through the fucking the TVs like on New York Square, whatever the fuck it's called.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was insane, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And then he just dies.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, and Venom just convinces Harry like, we can heal the world for sure, and it's basically just this what was it, hive mind type of thing going on.
Yeah,
and that's
taking over the planet. Yeah,
taking over the planet. We find out other people are being taken over by symbiotes. Those Venom Tower things start popping up and everything, and again, they did it again, just like completely surprising you of like what's gonna happen in the second act and all that. You're just being like, oh my gosh, what do I do?
yeah.
At some point, Harry goes to Peter's house and he gets the symbiote to MJ, and she becomes, what's her name?
Was it Scream?
That's what I thought too, but I feel like I'm wrong. Just because I'm thinking of the movie Scream.
Yeah, Scream.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And the fight itself, I didn't mind it, but it was just mainly like the dialogue between her and Peter.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I thought too. Like the actual fight was like, whatever, like, I mean, easy. But just the shit like that she's telling like Peter, I was like, damn, bro, like,
yeah,
shut the fuck up, like, I know this.
Yeah, no, that was the sad part of it, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
is that like he knows this has been the problem for like so long. A part of him knows that she doesn't mean it to sound that way, but he also knows like you do feel this way. Like there's no denying it. And so I really like that. That's just another moment where he has to like really decide again what's going to be priority. Peter or Spider-Man, and the heartbreak in the guy who's playing Peter, like the heartbreak in his voice really comes off in this moment too. Cause it's just like, I'm sorry. Okay,
yeah,
I'll do better. I know I'll do better, and all that, blah blah blah. And it was a really great scene in terms of just acting and character interactions and all that. I really liked it. He manages to get her free from it, and then I can't remember what happens next. I think they're just trying to get some place to the hive, trying to find Harry. What?
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I know. This fucking cough is.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Even your sister was asking me like when we take like the little break to get when you got water. She at the same time she got home with Susan, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, going to the bathroom," but David went to go get water. And she's like, "Is he coughing bad?" I'm like, "No, he just had to get water." Yeah, whatever. I was like, what? I was like, all right.
No, it was really funny. On one of the last podcasts I did for Red Spotlight, you can hear my dad coughing in the background. And at some point,
no way,
dude. I don't think I had like. Actually, I think I could probably I'll send it to you later. But like, you hear at some point like, like just hear that shit, and we fucking lose it, dude. It's so funny. I'll send it. I for sure have that video, and I'll send it to you after.
Wait, your dad sick, or like he got you sick, or what?
He got me sick, yeah. And
how did he get sick?
I don't know. He never leaves the house.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like it's like he's retired. Like the only time he goes out is when's the last time he would left the fucking house?
I don't know. Shouldn't happen.
You shouldn't have. I know because he's fucking. He goes out a lot, but he only goes out for like occasions and all that
Yeah.
shit. Like, and it's like the middle of November, so it's like last thing that he went out to was a Halloween party.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I don't know. It was weird. um, where are we at? I can't remember how it leads to this next. I know. I mean, no top priority is trying to find Harry and trying to come up with some kind of plan. But how the fuck did that lead to him? I know Dr. Connors mentions that there's still a part of the symbiote attached to Peter, but it's just laying dormant because he had it on for like a really long time. And at some point they're fighting symbiotes, but I can't remember how it led to that. And Peter gets knocked out. And it's because the symbiote is trying to take over his body. Lee shows up, but I can't remember how. Oh my gosh. Wow. I am like really missing. I feel like I'm missing a lot. But I mean, basically at some point, Lee, Peter, and Miles kind of team up. They're trying to stop the symbiotes from taking over. Because I mean they're everywhere at this point for sure. Um even you just like swing around, you're just like you'll see random red dots popping out in your map, and it's insane. um, when Peter gets knocked out, Lee goes into Peter's mind to try to get him out. He's hoping because he noticed too that the symbiote's like afraid of him some sort, so he kind of like acts as a blocker.
yeah,
And so they go deep enough into Peter's mind to find him, but it's blocked. And so Lee comes up with the idea of like, I'm just gonna put all my power into this. I'll probably lose them, or like, probably get me weak enough that I can't defend myself. We'll see what happens. And Miles says like, "Oh, trying to be a hero now, huh?" It's like, gotta do it someday. Basically, that's when the moment that's he is fully reformed, and I think he kind of can't remember what else happens in their dialogue between them. But basically, it just shows Lee is, he wants to be the hero. He wants to make amends for what he did.
well, I feel like he's always well in the first game. Like, I mean, like he says in this one, right? He did what he had to do. Like he lost his way. Like, because he never wanted to become the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason he did become the bad guy was because he was filled with anger, just because of what I think it was Osborn.
Mm-hmm.
The Osborn, like, the company, what happened and shit like that. So he was just trying to get like even. Um, but I know after in this game, like, like he he did his time and all of that, and you see him, and he's never actually trying to fight Miles or any like Spider-Man at all. Like he realized what he's done, and he's like, that was never my intention to do any of this. Like he was always trying to do good until like anger fueled him. And Miles is the one that actually he since the beginning, like he's like, oh, like what's his name, oh my god, Lee's out there, like Lee is out there, like I need to stop him.
Mm-hmm.
But like Lee was never really doing anything. Like he's just,
that's true.
Yeah, so it was just more of a with Miles' story, like he was trying to kill him. The way that I saw it was like he's trying to like he's like, oh, he's out there, I need to stop him because he killed my father. Mm-hmm. And it was more of a revenge story for him. And everyone tried telling him like, no, don't seek out revenge. Like you need to realize like he is, just get him, put him back in jail, whatever. Like you need to be the bigger guy.
Mm-hmm.
Miles never realized that until he actually went inside of I think Peter's head, and Lee was helping him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, I think he said like, I never thought that we'd be like help, like I never really thought that we were gonna be helping each other. And he was like, oh yeah, same here. But at the same time, like Lee was never a bad guy. Like he was just more of a not misunderstood, but like he was just more of he was like a good guy, helping the city, that went down the wrong path.
Mm-hmm.
And once he did go in jail, he's like, holy shit, what the fuck did I do? You know?
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, he's helping out, Spider-Man, like both of them especially. And once he finally does, he ends up sacrificing his powers to help Peter, because Peter is in a really dark space.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like he just lost. Like he has like this whole, what's it called, like the he has all this power that he can access. He can be like douchebag
Mm-hmm.
McGuire. Like he has the power to become like a better Spider-Man for the city, but at the same time, he can be not that Spider-Man that the city needs. And so in this case, he sacrifices his powers to help Spider-Man, which is Peter Parker,
Mm-hmm.
and help Miles Morales. To do this. Like he's like, hey, like I'm gonna help you, Miles, to like get Peter back. But it's like I might lose my power or some shit like that. And when he does it, I was so fucking happy, dude. Let's
Dude.
go. I was like, anti-venom, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck Miles.
No, dude. Oh my gosh.
It was so cool, dude.
So after you first lose the symbiote suit, I'm looking at my skill tree, and
Trash.
I look at the skill tree, and you have two sections for Peter. Symbiote
Yeah.
skill tree and then regular skill tree. I literally went, "Oh, I'm clearly not gonna use the symbiote suit anymore, right?" And I just started upgrading my regular stuff. Then I get this fucking suit, and they literally go, I'm not gonna use the symbiote suit, right? Fucking idiot. Just like mocking myself, dude. I'm like, are you serious? Come on. And I mean, it's fucking badass. I love that symbiote suit, honestly.
Dude, the anti-venom suit just fucking trashes every other fucking power in the fucking game. Oh, it's so awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, it's really cool. And yeah, you use that now. You try to fucking kick ass with all the other symbiotes, and I fucking stayed as Peter the entire time, taking down those venom towers and shit. Just
oh yeah, dude,
for
yeah.
sure. And so yeah, he did that. At the end of it, I mean, Lee's like, I gotta do what's right here, and he turns himself in. Great moment, and I think that was for sure maybe the moment, I guess, for Peter, that he was just like, "You're a fucking great Spider-Man." Just like, I think he even says, I don't know if it was in this moment, but at some point, he's talking to Miles, and he's just like, I don't know how many times I could say this, but like, just thank you for everything. It's just like,
yeah,
it's not even enough how many times I say it. It's just so good. What are they trying to get ready? I think afterwards they were trying to come up with a game plan. Peter or Miles went back home for something, not sure what. I mean, after this, you're just Peter the entire time, really. I don't think they force you to change to Miles or anything. So yeah, I think I was just Peter after that, and I was just trying to finish up the towers, finish up some side quests because I'm regular Peter now, and
oh yeah, the last mission is you switching between Peter and Miles.
yeah, because you're switching between both of them a lot. Um, yeah, it's basically just towards the end now, the final parts. So I was trying to finish up most of the side quests before that, and I managed to finish the Spider-Bot missions. I don't know if we ever talked about that at all, but yeah, in the game, the one side quest is these little spider bots all around. Each one different version, each one a reference to something. Spider Noir. There's this one that was like, do you remember that one suit in the first game where it's like all white with the skull and the uh like fire head or something like that, or some kind of light head, had like a skull
Was
face.
yeah, yeah,
So you see that spider bot,
yeah.
and he's just like, oh, don't scare me like that. What the heck? It was funny. But yeah, some of them were pretty cool. I think you do see a Spider Gwen. I think Miles. I think it was Miles in that, and he's just kind of like, oh, I really like the color in this one. I'm like, it's so cool. It's Spider Gwen. Uh, what is it? Spider Ham. You see that Penny Parker. Mm, there was a J. Jonah Jameson one, for sure. But yeah, at the end of it, it's just a reference to Across the Spider Verse. You get them all. Some portal opens up, and she's just like, "Oh, thanks for finding them." And she just poops them back in, I guess. But yeah, I think it's cool. It's basically just them explaining as to how the fuck he got into the whole Spider Society thing. Although they don't mention that Miles at all from his universe. That's a retcon. I don't know, or whatever.
It could be a retcon, but I think what I've heard like read online was that that whole mission,
Hmm.
like the spider bots and all that, was actually Insomniac reaching out to the developers of like the Spider Verse movies to be like, hey, like what's up? Like, can we put something in there from you guys in here? And that they work together for that, like all those missions.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I was like, ah, that's pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
like Sony. I guess Sony working with Sony, but not really. But
Yeah, yeah.
it was
Weird.
cool. Yeah.
Mm. Um, but yeah, and dude, I filled up my whole fucking skill tree by that point. I had almost all the costumes. I'm gonna even edit it. I'm just gonna like speed through it. But one of my videos, I just like collect all the costumes, like nonstop. Uh, but yeah. So then, yeah, at the end, you just go back to May's house. Yeah, May's house, and they come up with a game plan. Just okay. The symbiote came with the stone. The stone's here. Oh, I remember now. He, both I think Peter and Miles get into the memories of Harry, and they both think they're like Harry's here in certain situation. And we go off into a side quest with Miles because Harry tells him that like he's gonna go after someone he cares about, which is the girl he's really into. Dude, I
Yes.
forgot about this. Holy shit. He gets worried. He tries to get her and all that. Tries to see if she's safe. Um, but everything seemed fine. Um, no, wait, no. She was almost attacked by symbiotes and everything. But there was also the side quest like way before this, where Miles tries to meet up with her, couldn't find her, and then finds out that there's just like graffiti in this guy's like floral store. And you get a mission with the girlfriend. I can't remember her name.
Mm-hmm.
um, but
Is it Haley?
I think it's Haley. Yeah, Haley. And I actually really liked hers just because I found it just interesting that you can't hear anything, like it's all just silent and you're just moving around,
Oh yeah,
and I
with
like
the
how
graffiti.
with the graffiti everywhere though,
Yeah.
even like her reactions though too, those are just a little nice touch. Um, Although I did mention though too in that when you do the graffiti parts, I was like, ooh, missed opportunity to do what they did in Infamous Second Son. Remember where you grab it like
Oh
this?
yeah.
Dude, missed opportunity right there. But yeah, that was fun. It was just a little moment between the two of them. Now I was
Mm-hmm.
realizing more and more that he really likes her. It's great. um, Also, before that side final mission, Miles gets a new suit too. Um, that new suit sucks. I did not like it.
I saw people like not like it, and I thought it was like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
um, the colors are fine. My thing though is
I like
just
the
the top.
colors. The top, yeah.
This it's just the top that really kills it. I'm like, no, please cover everything. I like that it had a hood. I mean, that's cool, but he didn't put it on, so it's just kind of like a waste.
Yeah.
um, but yeah,
To each their own.
yeah.
I did love the colors. Like the colors are like very fucking vibrant, like awesome, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it did bother me like the hair on top, but at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, I was like, I mean, you know.
Also, I don't like that he's wearing tennis shoes. Mm. Eh, I don't know. Just something about Spider-Man costume is better to have it like whole one suit. It's just it looks nice.
Like a onesie.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So final boss. I really liked it. um. I like that you get to a stage where you have to like switch between them and everything, and I like that both Miles and Peter get a chance to fight him. I was really wondering as to how that's gonna happen and everything. But yeah, it was just really it was just the ending that really got me got me excited because I fucking loved it when they both got like they're on top of Harry and they're just like punching him straight up. You just press a square like
Oh yeah,
multiple
dude.
times and it's just like boom 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 and I'm like fuck yeah dude. I mean, what did you think of the final fight?
Dude, when he grew the fucking wings, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I know.
I was like, "Dude," I was like, "What the fuck, man?" But like, once it like, oh, is it like you two are like falling down with them and you just like pushing the shit out of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, fuck, dude. I don't know. I was just when I found out I had to go against Venom, I
Mm-hmm.
was like Craven. I was like, ah, whatever. But like, oh fuck, Venom. Like, I was like, I played you. I know how strong you are,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm scared.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like terrified.
And the only
But
advantage
fuck,
you had was the anti venom stuff, and you just trying to like
yeah,
you try to be selective on like which when to use them and all that. But luckily by that point though, if you know how to fill them up fast, you'll be fine.
yeah. But honestly, like, yeah, when he did like grow those fucking wings, I was like, fucking shit. Are you? I
Mm-hmm.
thought I was gonna be chasing him around the city, and thank God it didn't, because that would have been fucked. But other than that, dude, like I thought it was good. Like honestly, that I'm looking at it right now, like just like them trying to like put that stone back in the fucking whatever it is, like that
Mm-hmm.
thing. Oh, it's so good, man.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm looking at it like, pop, 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 pop. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I and it's also intense too because he keeps getting the fucking rock out of the thing. And you just
yes.
kind of like, oh my god, stop it! You want to punch him so bad too in that moment. But yeah, no, yeah, they did a great job, like just going back and forth, both Peter and Miles. Um, and then dude, it fucking broke my heart at the end when Peter was telling him like Harry, fight it, come on, it's like you can get out of this and all that. And when Harry goes, I'm done. Like that fucking broke my heart because it can mean like is he saying I'm done as in like you have to kill me or like it's just like I'm done, I don't want to fight anymore, either way I'm dead.
Mhm.
It's just like there's multiple things as to what it could mean and it fucking breaks my heart. um and at some point yeah Peter does decide to actually kill him. I think that was the decision he makes, which sucks too because at the same time he did that, the rock exploded, and so it was like if he
Yeah.
had on for a few more seconds, I mean, he would have died, but it wouldn't have been through his hands. Um, and then, but luckily though, Miles, he has electricity powers, so he's just like, let me try it. He's like, please, does it a couple of times, and they make you press the button for it, and I'm kind of like, you could have just done it, the cutscene, just do it, like I don't know. But he manages to bring him back actually, and again, Peter's just like, thank you, thank you so many times, and fucking. So he gets back. He comes back to life. Harry's dad comes in and he fucking blames Peter and Miles for this situation. Like, are you shitting
That
me?
that's what I mentioned before. It was like, oh, talk about it right now. It's like fucking Harry was like, save my boy.
Mm.
You know, like, because he knows he's going through, like, he's fucking Bam at this point, and he's like, save my boy. And then he comes out in the fucking, what, like, oh my god, what's it called? He goes to the hospital, and he's like, it's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's your fucking fault. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, dude, like, I saved his
Yeah.
life.
So you're lucky he's even like this in this state right now. Come
Yes.
on, man. And then, oh my gosh, the freaking ending where he sees him there. They're saying that he probably never wake up. All we could do is wait. And he makes the phone call and he's like, "Hey, give me this. I don't
Give
know
me
what.
the serum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of serum. I can't remember the name of it, but it's clearly the Green Goblin serum." uh, and so that teases next game,
Spider-Man 3. Yeah.
Spider-Man 3. I don't know if they haven't announced anything yet. Huh? Spider-Man 3 or.
I mean, they haven't announced it, but that's them announcing it. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. Wait, but wasn't it that which company made this game? Was it
Insomniac?
Insomniac? Wasn't this like the last one that they were going to make?
No, they never said that, but they're working on Wolverine after this.
Oh, okay. Oh, so we're gonna be waiting a while.
Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man 1 came out in what year? Spider-Man PS4 launch date 2018 to.
Oh, really?
It's been 5 years.
Okay.
Since the first Spider-Man game, maybe 2 years before Spider-Man Miles Morales, but like probably started working on it after this one, so not too long afterwards. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna release Wolverine in 2 years, if anything, and maybe in 2 or 3 years after that.
Mm-hmm.
So I say like another 5 years for like
Okay.
3, and it takes place in the same universe. So
I heard that. Thought that was really cool. But yeah, they teased that Green Goblin serum, and they teased Harry meeting Dr. Octavius in prison, and
oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So that's 2 villains, I guess, that we see. There's another tease, but I'll wait till the very end. So yeah, that happens. I think it's just Harry. I mean, yeah, Peter, Miles, mom, and Genki hanging out at MJ's house. We find out MJ has started a podcast where she, wants to do her own kind of news. She called it the new normal or something like that. And basically just wants to tell stories of how this whole thing has changed people's lives and everything. And she took out a loan to pay off some of the mortgage. So we'll see how that happens. We'll see how that goes. And I fucking hate this, man.
That's cool. Oh, it's like you good?
Okay. What else? No, yeah. After that, Peter tells MJ, "Hey, let me show you something in the back," and he goes to the garage and shows her the Emily May Foundation. He's gonna start it up again on his own, and gonna try to heal the world. And she tells him, does Miles know about this little project? And he's just like,
oh yeah,
get to it. And when as soon as he says that, they get an alert, and he's just like, oh shoot. And then Miles comes in immediately. He's like, you ready to go? Fucking Peter just awkwardly tries to explain to him, like, obviously he's not retiring or anything like that, but he's just like, hey, can you handle everything now?
You got this.
Yeah. But I loved it. I love that moment because again, Peter's being awkward about it, but Miles gets it like immediately. He sees the Emily May Foundation sign right there, and he goes, "Hey," and I love it. He's like, he puts his hand out and goes, "I got this," and just they ended off like that. Dude, I almost cried in that moment, honestly, just because it's just this is always the struggle with Peter that like he always thinks that he has to be the one to save the city. He has to be the one to save whoever is in danger in that moment, and he just can't let it go, and it ruins his life. you know, yes, he's saving people and all that, but like his fucking life is just shit because of it. And so I really like that this game is actually trying to like give him a happy ending that like he can actually like balance out his life now. And I'm hoping it like they make more of these games and it just leads to a moment where he's just like everything I've been through was so fucking worth it.
Yeah.
And so
No, yeah, dude. I mean, that's what I loved about it too. I mean, the ending, especially, like Peter finally gets a break.
mhm.
So he gets a break, and it's like because this mouse is there, like there's another Spider-Man. And I'm assuming that when the third game comes down, like Peter's gonna be like, oh, okay, cool, like he's gonna come back.
Mhm.
But we'll just have to wait and see how they do that.
No, yeah, for sure. Um and yeah, I mean that's pretty much the end of it. Yeah, it just ends at his house. They I don't know if it was just like the very end or maybe it was an after credit scene. I can't remember. I think it might have been the after credit scene. Um, we're in Miles' house. He invites Haley because he's finally going to have the dinner with his mom's date
Boyfriend.
boyfriend. Um, and so they go to his room first, and he says that he finally finished his essay, and I honestly can't remember what he said. I think he says something like he's trying to follow in his dad's footsteps, and he tries to help out his mom however way he can, um, in his community. That's basically it. Uh, but then you meet the guy, and I gotta be honest, I don't know who this character is at all, but like it's clearly another Spider-Man or Spider-Woman in this case. That's basically what they tease. It's just like it's very clearly a tease because he's like, "Oh hey, here's my daughter," and then all you see is just the back of her head and shit, and he just whips, and it's
Yeah.
just like, "Okay, another Spider-Man. That's awesome. Let's go." And I'm actually very excited about that, just because it's another person for Peter to train, and it wouldn't take as much time as before because he knows what to do and all that. And I hope it's Peter that teaches her too. Like Miles focuses on the hero stuff, and maybe at some point, I don't know, maybe either they don't work as well together as he and Peter do, or something.
Like
I
the
don't
butt
know.
heads and all that.
Yeah, yeah,
They're pretty cool.
yeah. And this could be another reason as to why everything is worth it, because even though they have the same powers and all that, it's still Peter that inspired them to be heroes and all that, and it just means more of a break for him.
Yeah, like when I saw when I saw the ending, I was like, "Fuck is that?"
I know.
And it was like, "Oh, Silk." And I was like, "Silk." I was like thinking about Silk Spectre from like Watchmen,
Mm.
but I was just like, "Wait, no, this is fucking Marvel. Who the fuck is Silk?" And I looked into it, but I didn't really like look into it. So I was
Mm.
like, I need to like actually look into who she is. But her name is Cindy Moon. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um.
I mean that's Spider-Man 2 for you, like
Yeah.
didn't make me cry as much as the first game, but yeah.
No, yeah. No, I mean, except for the birds and that ending, but that's a different kind of tears. I don't know.
Yeah. It's not anime tears.
hmm Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I completely skip over it because only because it kind of ends in a cliffhanger. But the flame people, uh, basically, I got annoyed at Wraith because she's all like, "We can't let these, it's best to just kill off these villains. It's like why give them a second chance, blah blah blah." And so Peter catches the main bad guy of the group and like tries to like get him out of the building, try to take him to the police and everything. But Wraith is literally the one that's stopping him. And then when he gets away, she's like, "Ah, you see what happens? Like, you get your priorities straight." And I'm just like, "You distracted him. You're literally the reason why he got away. Like, Peter would have gotten him to jail perfectly fine if you hadn't gotten in the way. If he had gone to jail and then got released afterwards, then I would have been like, okay, yeah, maybe Wraith has a point or something. But like, that's not what happened. And so that was just dumb. And then they also teased Carnage. That was awesome fucking tease, dude.
I didn't get that reference until like maybe like a week ago.
Oh no way, really? Dude,
Yeah.
I got it right away when you said Carnage, but then I was also like, and you see my reaction to it. I'm like, wait, what was the guy's name? Like, you see like, gears turning in my head because I know Carnage's name is Cletus Cassidy or something like that, but I couldn't remember that dude's name. It's like, did they ever even say that name? I don't know. But then Wraith says, "I'm gonna look into these other aliases," and names a whole bunch and says Cletus. I'm like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, didn't click in my head until like my friend told me about it. And he's like, "Yeah, it's Carnage." What? So I was like, "Oh shit!" And he explained it to me. I was like, "Oh fuck, no way."
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I fucking love this game. Definitely, again, it's replayable. I won't do it because I got other games to do. And yeah, like I said, it's just I love what they did with Peter. They finally had to realize he has to balance out his life, and the more you progress, the more he gets almost see, at least for me, feel that he's deciding like he's gonna let Miles handle most of the stuff, and Miles is okay with it. Like I said, he's in that moment of his life where he just loves being Spider-Man, so it just works out.
Yep, I love it. I like it. Like I said, I still prefer the first game more.
Yeah, prefer Miles,
but the gameplay in this one is way better.
Mm-hmm.
So, so good game
for sure. But yeah, I think those were our final thoughts. What else is coming up? Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try playing Sea of Stars and Arkham Knight. See how that goes.
Same. Sea of Stars. See how that goes.
Yeah, I'm excited. But I hope y'all enjoy listening to us. That was pretty long. Not as long as Ragnarok, but you know.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh, that was very long. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed that, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.